From the bounce of the ball here, Derby Day, the WJ Finlay Oval. Bit of an overcast day here in Wangaratta, but conditions look pretty good here on O&M Live. 15.66 3 Blake Panda Escott with you, Robbie McKinlay, Scott Montgomery. Usually we go out to the boundary right now. We get a bit of a ground report, who's won the toss, that sort of stuff. But Monty has plonked himself in this box and said, "Stuff you fellas, I'm staying right here."
Well, Vaccaro and Freaky every week get the easy job upstairs, so I thought, well, not this week. There's a spare chair, I'll come up. And I went for a walk before that Panda, and it's a beautiful ground. The grass coverage is great. The wind, there's not a lot of wind out there, but it is chilly, that's for sure.
Big Mac, how about you watch the toss?
I will. I can tell you who the umpires are. Warwick Henderson has flipped the coin in the air. Sammy Carpenter has lost the toss, and Michael Newton will kick to the left-hand side of the radio dial, which is towards the Orby end.
The aquatic end of the ground.
The aquatic end, okay.
Yep, the Wangaratta aquatic end of the ground here at the WJ Finlay Oval.
Other umpires out there with Warwick Henderson, the experienced veteran, Jason Rain, one absolute gun, and Michael Bouquet.
Buckets just gives himself the best game again. He doesn't he? Gives himself the best game every single week. He's not bad.
And fair enough.
And you know what? That's just being smart.
Yeah.
That's just being smart. Don't have to leave Wangaratta. He's a good man, Buckets.
And what about, I saw a photo of Buckets in the paper, was it, or on the socials there, promoting the Socket to Cancer round. And here's our mate, Cam Green, in an Ovens and King shirt on.
Yes, and with his wife, Shay Crimmins, as well, in the same photo.
And wasn't Cam pretty happy with his work?
He's always very, very happy with his work. I can assure you of that is Cam Green. First quarter action here on O&M Live, thanks to A-grade batteries and oils, and we're not too far away from the bounce of the ball. Let's get some predictions, boys. Those laid-outs really quickly once again. Big Mac, if you are just joining us here on O&M Live.
Yes, it is. I'm going to go for Wangaratta by 12 points.
I'll go. Do you still want those outs?
Still want those outs,
Robbie just missed that.
Oh, yeah.
How many? Great start, Robbie.
If you're just joining us, Big Mac, if you're getting in the car.
All right, yeah. Out for Wangaratta is Ben Reid, Zach Leach and Jesse Smith. In comes Matt Hayden, Harry Hewitt and Tyler Norton. And out for Wang Rovers is Lucas Webb, and coming in is a big one, Nathan Cooper.
Monty, now we'll get your tip, please.
I'll go with Wangaratta just, I reckon. They'll just have a little bit too much firepower.
Wangaratta for mine as well by around 24 points. I think it'll be a topsy-turvy ball game and then maybe a couple of late goals.
How's that full forward line? Newton, Moore and Anchors. Ooh.
Nathan Cooper and Kel Moore. So we're going to have fireworks here.
David Jolliffe to 8 Anchors. That's a back pocket.
All right, well, the bounce of the ball is about to get underway here in the WJ Finlay Oval between the Magpies and the Rovers. They hate each other. The second edition of the Wang Derby, and here is Robbie McKinlay on O&M Live.
Oh, Joey Richards collected the ball from the middle, pumps it forward from behind. Clark had a swing and a miss at it. Cooper and Moore their first time at it. Pump Clark again. Got it. Chance here, ducking under a big tackle there was Paddy Warner. Ball spills free. Warner went back for another go. Cooper's in there, and they'll shut it down. Or will they? Yes, it is. Umpire Warwick Henderson says, "Give it to me, fellas." So it'll be balled up. It's about 20 metres out from the Wangaratta goal. Tapped by Gaston, straight to Shagger. Nolan kicks the ball towards half-back and centre forward. Here's Norton for Wangaratta. Marks, he's told to play on, or is he? No, he's not. He goes short. And he finds Sharrock. Sharrock, a nice little handball to Ellis. Got it back to Norton. Norton off the left foot. Not sure who he was targeting. Sam Murray's there, kept it in cleverly, ran around on his left foot. Beautiful pass, finds Carpenter at half-back for the Rovers.
Yeah, he has enough time to take a bounce on the far wing of the WJ Finlay Oval. Runs into a little bit of trouble, and his kick was a bit of a floater. It finds McQueen. He's still at half-back, far side. He goes out wide to Gerish. His form's been pretty good the last couple of weeks, Monty. He seems to be hitting the scoreboard.
Yeah, just moved him forward in one of those games against Cora, I think it was, and he's definitely starting to pick up and find the footy a lot more than when he was on the wing.
The Rovers work it down the line, but to no advantage. Out of bounds on the form. We're going to have a free kick here to the Wangaratta Magpies at half-back for them. It looks like Jamie Anderson is matching up on Tom Boyd, Big Mac, who was playing forward.
Nice little chipping kick, finds Xavier Ellis. Sorry, not Xavier Ellis. Fraser Ellis.
He's drinking too many Xavier Ellis, isn't he? Very funny man.
He kicks at the Dane Porter, whose kick's okay. He finds Paddy Warner, who's been lively early. Handball to Richards. Joey. Handball over the top for Sharrock. In turn, he got it to Dane Porter. Showed a burst of speed. Broke clear. Kicked it inside forward 50. A fist by Clark was excellent. He found the boundary line and they'll flick it in 35 around. Scotty Montgomery, 40 winks early days.
Yeah, they've gone inside 53 times, Wangaratta. And just a quick one. Looks like Toddy Bryant is running with Joey Richards.
So first quarter action for A-grade batteries and oils. We've gone around 2 and a bit minutes here on the McDonald's time clock. No score to either side. The Magpies and the Rovers, and the ball is 50 metres around from the Magpies' goal. Anchors just won in and kicked a high one. I reckon that ball went backwards. No mark. Clark goes in there and gets a kick away, and it might fall here to Warner. Well done. Sam Murray taking intercept mark here for the Rovers, and he plays on with speed straight away. His kick's going to come straight back, though, because it's been turned over on true centre wing by Chris Knowles. He's got an option inboard. It's a good one to Clark. He goes by hand, so good peeled-up play here to the Magpies. Newton, oh, great late bit there from Pup Clark. Newton, he played for a free kick. Umpire said play on. The Magpies going to mop up here through the middle of the ground. Chris Knowles was met hard, but he found a teammate there in Newton, dropped what he should have taken, but he has time to regather and go short to Warner, who marks 45 around on a 45-degree angle.
There's just repeat injuries. The pressure from the backs is really rolling out for Wangaratta is unreal at the moment, and Wangaratta Rovers are going to have to just settle down a little bit as they're exiting their defensive 50 because they're just rushing and turning the ball over way too easy across the middle of the ground.
It was a poor kick from Murray, wasn't it? Just opened them right up, didn't it?
Absolutely.
So Pat Warner for the first goal of the game. He'll kick from 47 or so metres. Likes it off the boot. Moore does a bit of shepherding, and I think the Magpies have got the first here in the derby. So a big goal. Wangaratta through Paddy Warner goes bang. That's a steal line goal, but a contender. And the Magpies get the first goal. They go to 1 straight 6. The Rovers yet to go inside forward 50 on the Waters stat sheet. Scott Montgomery?
Yeah, so Wangaratta have gone in 6 times with Rovers yet to go inside. So that's dangerous signs early for Darren Creswell. He's going to have to do something about the way they're trying to exit their defensive 50 because Wangaratta are setting up very well with their backmen pushing right up the ground inside their own half.
Paddy Warner, an early contender for Yarrawonga News and Gifts Player of the Day too. He's had a lot of the football. Gaston won the tap. Now the Rovers should go inside forward 50. Handball was good. Kick inside by McQueen, and it's chopped out there by Van Berlo. So Van Berlo plays on. He goes wide, and he goes to Harry Hewitt in jumper number 55 today. A nice pass. He finds Jackson Clark. So they're moving the ball nicely here, the Maggies. Sees an option, down the wing they go, push from behind, McVeigh was there, couldn't go over the footy, he goes back, second bite of the cherry, got it, handball was good, back to Sharrock, Sharrock kicks the half forward, Newton marks on the chest, thought about a handball to Anderson, wheeled around, played on quickly, from behind, Moore, knocked the ball to ground, good work by Cooper, handball back to Murray, handball was okay, got it on to Carpenter, Carpenter gets it to Jolliffe and the Rovers are out of trouble.
Yeah, and Jolliffe just put it on the boot and kicked it to a genuine one-on-one out there at Stone and Saunders. True centre wing of the far side of the ground, I should say. He went inboard to McQueen, dances around and runs into a little bit of trouble and has to go back to Stone. This is really good pressure here for the Magpies, and they're going to force a turnover here. There's a whistle, is there? There is.
Held.
There's a free kick going here to Dylan Stone.
Yeah, Anchor's just held him there, Panda.
Yep. Good call, Robbie. Well picked up. 15-6-3 in his O&M Live. Blake Panda Escott with you. Robbie McKinlay. Scott Montgomery for the Old Town and Country Tavern. And, of course, Aubrey Wodonga MG as well. And the Rovers just chip it back here at half-back. And it's Raven Jolliffe. And he goes short. It's a terrible kick. And he's turned it over to Newton here, Robbie McKinlay.
And he'll find Moore. So a bad turnover. Newton straight away. Moore had the advantage on Cooper. Mont, didn't he? He's going to shoot 45 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Yeah, tough one for Cooper there. Obviously, the turnover was a poor one by Jolliffe. Yeah, it just kills you because you're all offside. You're trying to get into good positions to find the footy to transfer it. But, yeah, obviously then Moore had 5 metres on Cooper from word go, and Newton was very quick to pull the trigger and found him.
The reigning Morris medalist will shoot from 45 metres, kick on the way. He might have pushed it to the right. He has. Minus score. So 1-1-7 Wangaratta. We have gone 6.5 minutes on the Macca's time clock. They lead Rovers yet to score, who've only been inside forward 50 once thus far.
The tick of approval there from Scott Montgomery. So Murray's kick is a very shallow one. I don't reckon that went 10 metres above the ground. The ball's in dispute here at half-back. Far side of the ground, and the Magpies turn it over. Here's a chance for Anchors, trying to get around to tackle. He went by hand to Porter, who overran it. The ball's around 40 metres around for the Magpies' goal. The Rovers just shovel it out of defence. Well picked up there by Gaston. McNamara was wrapped up in a tackle. McQueen at ground level has to go back into traffic. A good tackle there by Fraser Hollandine for the Magpies. This is really, really good pressure. Here, Dane Porter for high. There's that 50.
His own teammate threw it back there.
Okay, there we go. Just trying to have a look at that one there, Mons. So Porter's going to have it 55, 60 metres out. He kicks it to the advantage of Moore. Good late fist there by Cooper. Tied up against the boundary inside the Magpies forward 50. Clark, was he grabbed without it? Shaganolan sees it over the boundary line. Stalemate, Robbie McKinlay. So we've gone around 7 minutes on the Macca's time clock, and it's 7-0. The Magpies lead. Scott Montgomery on that Waters stat sheet, and of course special comments.
Yeah, so we've got 10 inside 50s for Wang at the moment, but you just see there that closing speed of Cooper. You see why some AFL clubs have been interested in him. Was able to just close some space really quickly on Moore, which is thinking him another shot on goal.
So they fling it back into play. Moore might have pushed the pace. He's good at this situation. Cal Moore snaps. Fisted through for a minor score by, I think it was Raven Jolliffe in the end down there. It was for a minor score, so 1-8 to the Magpies. They lead. The Wangaratta Rovers have yet to score. Panda, and they're just trouble getting the ball back. Murray's got it back now.
Must be the Wang crowd up that end of the ground, because he didn't want to get back to Sammy, did they?
Did not be under instructions. So Murray plays on, so give him a stat, Mont. And that's time it's a longer, higher, thumping kick, almost a centre wing. And now they're a chance here through Harry Hewitt. Kicks it towards Joey Richards. He stepped beautifully. Got around the opponent. Chipped it over the top. And there's Dane Porter, 40 metres out directly in front.
How can you turn that quick?
That was brilliant. He went one way, went the other way. But that's the thing, Monty, because he can go both ways. Yeah. Left, right foot. I mean, he can just get around opponents with ease.
It was Shea Bolton sort of stuff, wasn't it?
Good comparison, Big Mac.
So the journey's just in his range here, Dane Porter, and he won't mind me saying that. Kick on the way, and he pushes it to the right. And that's not his strength in his game. Dane, he's a great player, but in front of goal, sometimes he just doesn't quite get the job done there, Panda. So I'm going to leave it at that.
So if you're Darren Creswell, Monty here, I mean, they just got to get their hands on the pill and I reckon have a bit more composure at half-back.
Well, all these kickings, they're just kicking long and bombing to a contest where they just need to chip it out and try and find an option. Well, they've tried to there, but he's just pushed it a little bit wide there, Cooper. So they just need to lower the eyes, find that option and try and kick their way out.
So there's a free kick here to the Wangaratta Magpies. They tried to clear there, the Rovers, and out of bounds on the full. And they're going to go back inside forward 50 again. That kick isn't great in as well, and that's out of bounds on the full. So a bit of ping-pong here, early days.
Panda, the only thing I'd say, we've nearly gone 10 minutes. They've had all this dominance up forward, and they've only kicked one goal.
You're right. 1 goal, 3-9, the Wang Magpies. So the Wang Rovers yet to score. And Clark is just going to kick this one as far as he can out of defence. Good contest there with Van Berlo. He's camped on that far side of the ground. Norm inside of the WJ Finlay Oval. The Rovers through Jolliffe. He's under a fair bit of pressure. He ran about 20 metres back and found a nice kick inboard to McNamara. And he's going to want to switch the footy. That he does. He goes across the ground to Clark. So he's hemmed right in his own defensive pocket. His hand pass is going to ask a lot of his teammate there, Jolliffe. And this is really good pressure here. And Monty, they've had to force a rush behind there, and it's just one-way traffic at the minute. They just can't seem to get it out of their defensive 50.
And to see that from Michael Newton, the big guy down forward, to put the pressure on, just means the little blokes and the mid-sized forwards really need to bring the same sort of energy up front.
Murray goes long. Chance for Boyd now. They've got out over the back. There's no one at home here, so Boyd decides to go long. He kicks to the bear, and the bear marks Jaden. 50 out. 45-degree angle, sees an option. Boyd ran again. Boyd's second effort was amazing. That is real gut running. And Tommy Boyd has taken the mark. 20 metres out, 45-degree angle. That was clever. And it goes back to that good, long, penetrating kick from Sam Murray.
And just that 100-metre sprint then after he got rid of the footy, he took off and was able to find it again inside 50, Tommy Boyd. So really good work rate.
Runs around, screws it over his left shoulder and kicks the Rovers' first goal of the afternoon. In the derby, it's the Magpies 1-4-10. They lead Rovers 1 straight 6. Good transportation of the football. It went coast to coast, and the Rovers get their first on the board. It's a 4-point margin to the Maggies. And that's on the Love Earth Store scoreboard.
If they're going to get goals that way, though, Monty, out the back, it's going to be a long day for them, isn't it? I mean, that's good transition with ball movement, but they're going to have to get some forward territory.
Yeah, and it just shows how high the Wangaratta defenders are willing to come up the ground. That's why they've been able to lock the ball inside their front half so far, but they can also get done going the other way if Wang are able to get through, like Boyd with his one-on-one contest on the far side to get it through in the first place.
Back in the middle of the ground, so a goal each. We've gone 12 minutes on the Macca's time clock in this first quarter for A-grade batteries and oils. And there's going to be a free kick here. Oh, Stone holding the ball there, Raven Jolliffe. And the Magpies go in 550.
Incorrect disposal.
Yep, and Michael Newton has marked a beautiful kick in the board to Michael Newton. He marks 47 metres out on a 45-degree angle there. Shot Montgomery.
That's their 14th inside 50, boys.
14.
It's on the water stat sheet. So Juice Newton kicked 6 last week. He likes it off the boot, and that is a point. Okay, there we go. It looked like the umpire was going to signal a goal there. Anyway, 1-5-11, the Wangaratta Magpies. The Wang Rovers 1 straight 6. Here's Cody Shutt hemmed in his own pocket. And here is Robbie McKinlay for the Old Town and Country Tavern on O&M Live.
The Irishman, Paddy McNamara, is back in action. He kicks it 3-on-1 here. Not sure where that was going. Now, Gerish might give away a free kick. He does. Jack Gerish, he gave it away to Knowles. Knowles goes short, and he finds Ellis. In the orange boots, the long sleeves, true centre wing. Grossman was trying to run. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Out, big pack. Murray flies across the face of the pack and takes a beauty. He likes to go left. Oh, he darted past Joey Richards. There's a little bit of dash and confidence. Kicks it to centre wing. Jaden Bear, good contest. Ball came to ground. Knocked off the footy. Good heavy work there by Mark Anderson. Helped out his mate there, Norton. Norton might have been penalised. Play him with the call. Quick hand. Came back to Dylan Stone. Went back to Jaden Bear. The kick was a beauty, and he's lofted it. He's found a bit of form there, and he's found McCarthy.
Yeah, his kick wasn't great inboard there, but a bit of dazzle work by Charlie Thompson. He's turned down Burlow inside out. Thompson, steady, snaps, and goals it! That is the finish from Charlie Thompson, the boy from Coburg. Welcome back to the Wangaratta Derby, if you don't mind. How good was that, Scott Montgomery, on O&M Live?
Just to be able to turn both ways. He looked he was going to the left, went right in the end, and was able to snap it around on his right foot. What a finish. Classy play, but how good was the contest in the middle there? They didn't give up on it. Mark Anderson laid a couple out, but the Rovers boys jumped straight back on it, got the free kick and got it moving quick to be able to get that quick inside 50. Only their 3rd for the quarter, boys, and they've kicked 2 goals compared to 14 for Wangaratta.
Incredible stat. 14 inside 50s to 3, and you're not winning.
2 goals straight to 1 goal 5, Robbie. It's a story here in the Wang Derby early.
We did make mention of that, Wang, before that dominance, have not made them pay. McClernand's kick to half forward from behind. Good grab taken by McVeigh. He was about 3rd in line, and he took a beauty. Moore makes a bit of a darting lead. Cooper's got him covered at the moment. Moore will go back for another go. Cooper backs into him and Sam Murray. He's free kicked him. He's free kicked him for a block. And the free kick is going to go the way of Cal Moore.
I don't know about that one. He wanted the one-on-one contest. Thompson had it won, and because Sam Murray flies across the front, he's paid a block. That's a poor one.
I thought it was good team defence.
Yeah, absolutely. But
anyway,
Cooper would have won that mark if Sam Murray didn't jump across the front.
You're right. Cal Moore, he'll kick goal number 43. He does for the season. And he just gave Cooper a little bit of how you going. There you go. And Rovers now trail by 5 points. So Maggie's 2-5-17 lead the Rovers 2 straight 12. That's on the Macca's time clock. And that scoreboard is one of our faves, isn't it? The Love Earth Store.
Well, they've set a precedent now for Monty for the day, haven't they? That they're going to have to pay those free kicks.
It's just a hard one because I think he would have won that contest, no doubt about it there, Cooper. But Sam Murray flew across, read the ball well. That's one of those things, and you get them paid sometimes.
Hello to you if you're watching on the O&M live stream on the Facebook page or listening live and exclusive on 1566 and 8. Great to have your company on Queen's birthday long weekend in beautiful Wangaratta. And it's a tight one here early in the derby.
You live here, don't you?
Do.
Yep.
Build-up's been good throughout the week. McClernand, his 2nd game for the year. He's been wrapped up in a tackle stalemate. We'll have another ball up right in the middle of the ground. There's Blake Panderescott with you, Robbie McKinlay, Scott Montgomery for Albury Wodonga MG, and of course the Old Town and Country Tavern anchors with time. And he goes short to Moore, who just sticks out the one Duke at half forward and says, how good am I? And he marks it. Anchor's great gut running. He's going to get on the end of it here if he has time to pick it up. He couldn't keep it in. We'll have a throw in 50 metres around from the Wangaratta Magpies goal. 17 plays 12 here in the Wangaratta Derby. Scott Montgomery, what are we seeing here on the water stat sheet? Because you've got both caps on today.
Yeah, we've got Sammy Murray, who's really had a good start. He's had 6 touches already. And Cal Moore's up to his 5 early on in this contest.
Yeah, see Moore's drifted out to more that half-forward area at the moment. Newton's gone back into the square.
He's going to take the ruck contest here, Big Mac.
This is where he does a lot of his good work. He's up against the flying Frenchman, Shane Gaston. Because his little co-worker, Matty Kelly's not playing today. Gee, that's a short throw in. Moore pushed him off the ball, and he thumped it to half-forward. Porter got a bad bounce. Cooper got a good one. Got it to Dylan Stone. Stone thumps the Mungle torpedo. Bear was trapped in front LBW, but he trapped it. Great tackle through the middle of the ground. Saunders, and it'll be a free kick going to go the way of Wangaratta. Right in the middle of the ground. Gee, that was a good tackle. Here's Panda.
It was indeed. Luke Saunders really starting to make his way in the O&M. He pumps it long. Moore flew very high deep. He was about 5 deep. Sharrock goes in, picks it up, steadies on the left, snaps and goals it. That is a big finish there by Dan Sharrock. He was in some great form, played a bit of interleague, 36 touches and 2 goals last week, if you don't mind. And he's kicked 1 goal early. Dan Sharrock with a steer line goal that he just floated in, Monty, pushed up and then just picked the footy up, and it was a great finish.
Yeah, it was a great finish around the body, but comes back to Luke Saunders' tackle, because Rovers were out there if Jaden Bear had got that ball out to the other side of the ground. They had a couple of numbers that were open. They would have been going inside 50 and probably having a shot on goal, but great tackle, got Bear when he was a bit fumbly, and yeah, they go inside 50 and that's the result.
The crowd's a little bit flat for mine, do you think, Big Mac?
That's because Rovers are behind at the moment.
This, but they're a bit soft.
Yeah, it'll warm up a bit. It'll warm up.
Couple more beers.
Need a coat hanger or something. Here's Hewitt, kicks the ball inside 50. Another one. More flies from behind. Murray got a fist. Dangerous. Shaganola got one high. He got one high there. Vantage rule played. And Murray fits to the ball. The kick's not a great one. Norton sits underneath it. He takes a good grab. Bumped off the ball there by McQueen. Norton's kick inside forward 50. Over the back should be a mark to Wangaratta. It is. Jackson Clark. Good work by Newton. He dragged his opponent just a little bit far forward and following him behind. That's one thing they do really well. Jackson Clark took a mark and he'll shoot 40 metres out directly in front.
Again, just the way the Wangaratta defenders are setting up, it's very dangerous for the Rovers, because when they look up, they're trying to come out of the defensive 50. All they see is a wall of the Wangaratta jumpers, and it's very hard to kick your way out if you haven't got options. So they need to lower their eyes. Their forwards need a little bit of work early to get in front of this wall that the defensive players are setting up.
Well, Rovers hit the front about 5 minutes ago, and Jackson Clark has a chance to extend the lead for Wangaratta with a beautiful kick. That is a lovely drop punt, and Wang get their fourth. 4-5-29, they lead the Rovers 2 straight 12. All of a sudden the margin's out to 17 points, Monty, and give me that inside 50 count again. It's starting to get...
They're up to 19, mate. So
wow.
It's a lot earlier. They're going 1 a minute at the moment. We're going nearly 20 minutes. They got 19 on the board early, and they're the other part where they're killing them 5-1 in the centre clearances. It's a massive discrepancy for the Rovers. They need to fix very quickly.
Really quickly around the grounds, Yarrawonga by a point over the Raiders, Wodonga over the Tigers early, and Colorado then a couple of goals up against North Albury. Here at the WJ Finlay Oval, it's the Magpies by 17 points, and they look like they're going to go forward again. Bruce Sharrock, look at that for a kick inboard. Looking for more. It was an absolute bullet. McVeigh with time and space to pick it up, shrugging off one. Kicking goalward. Clark just left the footy behind. A couple of hard hand passes there by the Rovers. It was dangerous on the last line of defence, and they just clear it out of their defensive 50, but it's going to come straight back because the Magpies turn it over again in mud. McClune, a beautiful looking kick to the pocket, and down there floating in and taking a mark was Abe Anchors pushing forward. He's going to line up 20 metres out and 30 metres out in a slight angle. Monty?
Yeah, he's coming up for his 4th touch, and the way he was able to get out by himself there is very dangerous as well, because they've got these midfielders that are changing, Richards, Anchors, changing on ball. They get dangerous when they get forward, so they're going to have to look at their matchups very closely when they go forward.
Do you reckon when he gets on the plane from Darwin and comes down to a 13-degree day, he goes, what am I doing? We're in the long sleeves. Not when he racks up footy and kicks goals. Abe Anchors waddles in and makes
a mistake.
He does. Pushes it to the near side. So a miss there for Abe Anchors. You don't see that often. The score is 30. The Wang Magpies, Wang Rovers, 2 goals straight, 12. That is on the Lovers Store scoreboard in this first quarter for A-grade batteries and oils.
Oh, bad turnover again by Cooper. Sat on the footy too long. Now's a chance for Carpenter. He intercepted a handball, and he gets Rovers defensively out towards centre wing, running hard at the footy. Now, can they clear it? Like with young McQuaid there. His kick was okay. Found Shutt. Shutt's looking for a bit of a runner. He finds Marklew. Have not seen him today. First appearance for Marklew. Tapped it forward through traffic. That was good. The kick by McQueen was okay. Inside forward 50. Anderson, Mark, good. Got it back to Jamie. Got it on to Joey. Vantage well played here. Richards flies to centre wing. Kick here out for Moore. Moore's got a paddock to work with if he can get the ball and trap it. He does. Moore kicks the ball inside forward 50. Anchors, bring it over the back. Drop the chest mark. Applied the pressure. They've got numbers, the Rovers. Shagger Nolan's kick's good, and he finds Carpenter at half back, and he'll handball to Murray, or he'd kick it to Murray.
30 plays 12, an 18-point lead here to the Wangaratta Magpies in the Wang Derby. And Murray, he's had his own footy out there once again.
Had 10, mate.
So he's tracking along nicely for a high possession game, and it's a ball in, more 70 metres around from the Wangaratta Rovers goal here on O&M Live. Blake Panderescott with you, Robbie McKinlay, Scott Montgomery for the Old Town and Country Tavern. Some of those numbers, please. Scott Montgomery on the Water stat sheet.
Yeah, so Sammy Murray's up to 10 for the quarter. Jake McQueen's had 6 for the Rovers, while we've got Cal Moore's up to 7, and Joey Richards had the 5 for Wangaratta.
Shutt's airball was pretty clever, but McQueen had nowhere to go, and Joey Richards wrapped him up like a Queenslander there.
Wasn't that
nowhere to go.
Disappointing on Wednesday night.
Massively.
I think a lot of Victorians were happy with the result. So Richards tackled over the boundary line. They're going to keep the ball in. Gee, that's good play. McQueen tight to the boundary. Or is it out?
Kick.
Play on to call. Gee, it's a good kick. A piercing kick, and it's found McCarthy, I think it is.
Yeah, Charlie Thompson.
Oh, sorry, Charlie Thompson, number 35.
That kick from McQueen on his opposite was an absolutely brilliant
Hasn't he just shown us after the first couple of weeks he was probably 5, but he's gone on another level. And even in the league game the other week, he was fantastic as well. So he's just showing his class, and why Kreza was had high raps on him when he first signed him.
Moves really well, Monty.
Finds the goals too as a midfielder.
Now, Thompson's already kicked a similar type of goal. He runs around, screws it over his left shoulder, and he has put it behind the stick for a minor score. So 2-1-13, Wangaratta Rovers. Magpies 4-6-30. That's on the Macca's time. So the Lovers Store scoreboard and the Macca's time clock as showing. I think that now 24 minutes.
Yeah. Murray flew high from the kick in, tried to intercept. The ball's still here at half forward for the Wangaratta Rovers, and we've got a whistle and a free kick going their way here.
Pushing back Sammy Carpenter.
Yep. He started pretty well early. He wanted 50-metre free kick here. Umpire said no. He plays on. He kicks him inside forward 50 again, looking for Thompson. Couldn't mark. We got a boundary throw in 40 around from the Wangaratta Rovers goal. They're enjoying a little bit of forward territory here, Monty, which would please Darren Creswell.
Yeah, they just got to lock it in now and try and get a hit on the scoreboard, because if they can't convert this late in the quarter, 17 points is a dangerous margin at quarter time against the Mob.
Deep in time on, McQuaid got the tap to McQueen. Richards again tackled it. Gee, Joey Richards does some work. Porter was good. Got it back to Saunders it was. Bumps it high. Murray sits under. I reckon he got a push.
Yeah.
Play on to call. Nolan had a swing and a miss. Nolan went back and applied a really good tackle. Umpire Warwick Henderson has rewarded Shag and Nolan 50 for a great tackle. 50.
It's against Ellis.
Yeah, Ellis. So what did he say something, or did he do something?
And another one too that he's just blown the whistle for. So they've paid 100 metres, another only 60 metres out.
Definitely said something for the original one, and the umpire said no. 50 metres.
Well, Shag and Nolan doesn't kick a lot of goals, Panda.
Very few.
That was his last goal.
I can't remember it. He's going to come in and kick this, because he's going to kick it from 2 metres out. Drop puck on the way. He puts it through. The Rovers get one late. 3-1-19. The Magpies 4-6-30. We have gone 25 and a half minutes for the A-grade batteries and oils. And the Macca's time clock, Scott Montgomery.
Worst thing about being a back pocket that kicks a goal, it's 150 metres to get back to position as he charges through the centre square now. But as we spoke about, they've just held a bit of ground for that last 4 or 5 minutes, and they were able to hit the scoreboard, which now looking at it 3-1 to 4-6. Wang will rule a couple of missed opportunities.
Reads a lot better. But Jackson Clark rove that beautifully out of the middle of the ground. His kick wasn't great, and Nolan just parked himself in front of Anchors and took a nice intercept mark there for the Rovers. And he's got McQuaid, is it? Running for him. It is indeed. The kick wasn't great inboard, looking for Henderson. but he fakes one way and kicks the Rovers up towards half forward. Good one-on-one contest there between Norton and Jolliffe. Jolliffe tapped it back to a teammate. Carpenter caught one over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in. True centre wing of the WJ Finlay Oval here in the Wangaratta Derby. 30 plays 19. A goal just sent to the Wangaratta Rovers and Will Nolan. I hope you're having a great Saturday arvo here on Queen's Birthday long weekend. And here's Robbie McKinlay for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
It's a high throw. I wouldn't say it was a long throw, and it heads back towards the boundary line. And, gee, I'll tell you, what about...
Kicked it out on the full.
He kicked it out on the full, and it will, in fact, I think it is Raven Jolliffe out there. No, it's going to be shut. Cody, another 50. Goodness me.
That ball.
Wow. And that's going to go from right underneath the scoreboard at centre wing.
Hey, well, this is a good 50.
And that is a massive
That's a good 50. It's nearly a shot on goal.
And Jason Raines paid that. And when Jason Raines pays a 50, you know it must be there. So I'm not sure it was said there, Monty, but goodness me.
Bit of ill discipline. If he's able to put this one through, it's 2 from 50-metre penalties. So they need to make sure they just tighten the lips up here, the Wang boys.
Cody shut, 45 out, directly in front.
He's pretty happy with it.
Touch right on the line. I'm trying to think who it was. It might have been Knowles who got back.
I think you're right, Robbie. Or is it Juice Newton, potentially?
No, it was Knowlesy.
Newton
he got back there. Been a while since Juice has been in the defensive part of the area. And it goes to centre wing. Here's Panda.
Yeah, Dane Porter just stuck the Dukes up. Thought he marked it, but was called to play on, but had enough time to go back to Grossman. Good pressure here applied by the Rovers. They're going to force the turnover here. And they go up towards half forward. Well done there by Thompson. Gathered it again at ground level, and he's going to send the Rovers inside late. Time on, they'd love a late one here. Gaston resting deep. And it's beaten out there by the siren. So all in all, gents.
There we go. A bit of push and shove after the siren, boys.
Don't mind it in the derby. Gaston and Knowles.
I think he threw the footy at him after the siren went, boys. That's what started that.
Well, that's naughty.
I don't mind it, though. I don't mind it indeed. So the siren has gone here, and that's the first quarter done at Uston on RM Live. 4:6:30, the Wangaratta Magpies. The Rovers 3-2-20. Do not go anywhere here on 1566-3E, or if you're watching on the live stream on your couch as well, hope you're having a great over. We'll come back after this and we'll discuss the first quarter and chase some flex-out physio quarters best as well. On O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
1566 3NE.
Yes, you are. O&M Live, 1566 3NE. It's the Wangaratta Derby, and it's the Magpies leading by 10 points, 4-6-30 over the Wangaratta Rovers, 3-2-20 here at quarter time. Scott Montgomery for the Flex Out Physio quarters best in that first quarter, Monty.
For the side in front, Wangaratta, I thought Cal Moore was fantastic. Had 7 touches, was really good, gave him a good target and kicked the goal. We also had Dan Sharrick and Dane Porter were fantastic. And while for the Rovers, I thought Jakey McQueen battled really hard, had the 8 touches. Charlie Thompson with a goal and a behind, but was a bit of a difference when he went forward. I thought he was a bit of a target for him. And Sammy Carpenter out on that far wing, he was really good and just gave him that outlet and that later on in that quarter and someone to kick it to, which gave him a few more chances to go inside 50.
All right, boys, we've got the netball updates and for Yarrawonga News and Gifts, and we can see one game already completed. That was the game, the Facebook and the 2AY game. Albury Tigers 48, Bulldogs 42, so that's an improved performance. Now these are scores probably into the third quarter by now. Yarrawonga 25, Raiders 16, Cora Glen 33, North Albury 16, Lavington lead Myrtleford 20-14, and in the derby, just a couple up about 100 metres from us, Monty. It is Wangaratta Magpies 31 leading the Rovers 12. And the Maggies are back, guys, in the netball, I'm telling you.
Yep, yeah, that's probably one that we expected, wasn't it? I know the real boss at work, Joanne, she won't be overly happy. She coaches the A grade, so she won't be happy. But on the Waters stat sheets, boys, just a couple of big ones. We've got the centre clearances. Wang smashed them 7-1. Inside 50s, as we spoke about a lot in that first quarter, was 24 to 6.
24 to 6 in one quarter.
And then clearances around the game, we had 4-1.
Well, second quarter action just got underway here on O&M Live. We're doing this quarter for solar integrity, and the Rovers go towards forward 50 here early. It's almost holding the ball there against Grossman. He got a hand pass out late. The Magpies kick it in the middle of the ground, right in the mud pile, and Murray streams through, doesn't worry about the mud, and he runs and kicks long, deep down there towards Mark Liu and Bordenyong. Winder Bordenyong, great fist there. McQuaid, hand pass it over his shoulder, tried to keep it in. Boundary throw in 15 metres around from the Wangaratta Rovers goal. So an early entry, Monty, on the Waters stat sheet.
Just a quick one there of Jason McQuaid. I think that's just not smart trying to keep that footy in. The way Wang defend, they're going to win that and probably get it out of there. Maybe just take it over so that this happens and you get another opportunity to keep it in there.
Knowles, tap over the back was clever to Sharrick, who pumps the ball towards centre wing from behind. The fist came from Clark. Balls away at Porter. Carpenter, a couple of hard nuts there. Carpenter went back. Porter tackled him. Ellis's handball was quick to McLuhan and got it back to Porter. Porter's little outside kick off the boot was pretty clever. Got it to Paddy Warner. Back to Anchors. Beautiful pass here to Cal Moore. Just keep an eye on Cooper. He looks a bit lame. Cooper's in trouble there, boys. Keep an eye on that. And the mark in the meantime has been taken by Wangaratta at half forward.
Clark, is it?
Gee whiz, it is Clark. I just can't get my eye off Cooper at the moment.
He's
Hope it's
struggling to
okay.
walk. He tried to run and just stopped straight away.
He's coming off the ground, I reckon. So that'll create some activity at other clubs as well, I'd imagine.
We won't mention the club.
No. Anyway, it'll be Jackson Clark who's kicked one already. And
the way he's walking, it's a calf or a hammy, maybe. Boy.
Yeah, just hope it's not Achilles or something like that either. Anyway,
he'll be walking on, I think, with that, Robbie.
So Jackson Clark to get the first goal of the second quarter. He's going to kick it from 50 metres. The kick's okay. He brings it back. He brings it back for a big goal. A steal-line goal of the day contender. Maggies get the first of the second quarter, 5-6-36. They lead the Wangaratta Rovers 3-2-20. But the news, Monty, you're doing a double roll today. You're down on the boundary, up here in the stats. Your special comments. What's your thoughts on that injury to Nathan
Cooper?
Cooper?
It's not great the way he just stopped, and then he went to jog off and had to stop straight away after 2 steps. So I'm thinking it's a soft tissue, but we'll try and find out more at half-time on that one. But, yeah, what a start for Wangaratta. Rovers were able to go inside 50 quickly, but they were able to transition the footy Wangaratta and get the inside 50 for a great goal from Jackson Clark.
He's hit the last 2 for the Wangaratta Magpies, is Jackson Clark, and he's going to have another opportunity here because the Magpies go back inside forward 50. More! He just read the footy brilliantly. He must have been called to play on.
Touched off the boot.
Touched off the boot because he kicked it straight away. Ball stays in play. Dangerous position here for the Wangaratta Rovers as Murray just picks it up and handballs it to the boundary. And the umpire has said not deliberate. So we'll have a boundary throw in 20 metres around the Wangaratta Magpies goal. 16-point lead to them. 5-6-36. The Rovers 3-2-20 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. It's Blake Panther, Escott with you, Robbie McKinlay, Scott Montgomery, and Moore just read that shallow throw in brilliantly. Joe Richards got a quick kick away. Sharrock couldn't mark. Here's a chance. Goal. Wangaratta Magpies goal, and I think it's
Sharrock.
It is Sharrock. He's got his second.
The great work was Juice Newton, and you'd have to catch on the replay. It's so quick. He kicked the ball off the ground to him. It was so darn clever by Juice Newton, and Sharrock just went bang.
He's kicked his second, Dan Sharrock, getting himself in some really attacking positions, Monty, and he's pushing forward. It's good work rate.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think we're talking about it in the break, boys, at quarter time, that he's gone to another level all of a sudden this year, and since he's gone back in the middle, starting in the middle for him, he's really dangerous, and just his work rate is fantastic for the Wangaratta Magpies.
Just quickly around the ground for the Plough in Tarrawinchi, Yarrawonga 33, Raiders 19, Wodonga 15, Albury 9, Corrubberland 26, North Albury 1, and Lavington 38, Myrtleford 6.
Wow.
There we go.
There's a surprise on your Saturday Arvo, Big Mac.
Some might have tipped that. Anyway, no time for self-indulgence. Gaston's kick was good to Gerrish. Gerrish, they need something big from Jack. Handball is okay to McQueen. McQueen runs from 55, loads up, open goal square. Was a touch.
I reckon it's gone through.
It wasn't. Oh, yes, it was. How about the theatre from old mate, the goal?
He loves it.
He did well there.
Absolutely sensational. And it's a point. Well, there you go. That was drama of the highest order. Well played, young man. And Grossman brings it back in. So it's 21-42, Wangaratta lead.
The CMV truck and bus scoreboard. The Magpies just work it out of their defensive zone brilliantly. On the far side of the WJ Finlay Oval. Still in their own half. It's Chris Knowles. He goes down the line, floating in there with Hewitt. Put his body on the line, but the Rovers come away with it through shut. He goes inboard nicely here to McQueen. Edge of the centre square. Fakes to go inboard with a hand pass to Murray. And says, no, I'll wait for the troops to get back. And he goes out wide with a good kick here to Stone. Beautiful looking kick inboard to Mark Lou. That's the best play of the Rovers all day.
Yep.
Mark Lou marks 45 metres out in a slide angle.
And that's what you like to see as a forward, isn't it? Nice, decisive decisions in front of the footy. McQueen down an option, out wide, and then a great user in Dylan Stone got the footy to kick it inside 50 and finds his cousin in El Marklew.
He could have rushed then, McQueen, could he, Monty? But he held up the play and they worked it out nice. So
I want to get into his hands and Dylan Stone's hands around that 50-metre arc, I reckon.
So Marklew, he has been in scintillating form. He's kicked 4 goals every week since round 2. He comes in here and he has kicked his first goal, Alex Marklew. There's a lifter for the Wangaratta Rovers. The steal line goal today, 27 plays, 42. It's a 15-point margin on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. 5 and a bit minutes on the Macca's time clock.
If we have a couple of quick stats, boys, this quarter, inside 50s have evened up 2 apiece so far, and while the Rovers have won 2 of the 3 centre clearances, And for the players, Cal Moore's had 3 early ones, and Jake McLean's had 4 as well for the Rovers.
Doing everything our man Mont's on the boundary for Wangaratta MG. Special comments. He's on the Water stat sheet. He's doing it all, Big Mac.
He drove me down here today.
For car and freak, you reckon this is hard? I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, not that hard, is it? Gaston and Knowles. Gaston got it on the second knock. Hit it to Dane Porter.
That's cool.
Oh, he just got a nibble on it, I think, Mont. He just got the end of the toe of the boot on his... And Bucket's bouquet says, give it to me, fellas. He's looking very fit, Buckets.
He is.
Yeah.
Doing a bit of running, probably.
Nice photo on the paper, him and Cam Green and the gang. Here's a good work from Shutt. Quick kicks, good. Gerrish, can he do something electric here? Tapped it to McQueen. McQueen got around one, went the other way, came back the other. He's kicked Joey Richards in the shin. Anderson got jumped on his butt. Good tackle there by Dylan Stone. Richards went in again. Stone provided another tackle, and Bucket says, give it to me, 50 metres out from the Wangaratta Rovers goal, and they trail by 15 points, 42-27. The derby's a good one, Panda. It's got a bit of beat about it now.
Yeah, I like it. Joey Richards been just a little bit quiet, potentially, for the Wangaratta Magpies. As the Rovers go inside 50 again through Carpenter. Leading to the football here is Mark Lou, but Anderson for the Magpies beat him to it. Great pick up there by Bear and shoveled it back. Bryant, quick little kick into a hot zone. Great tackle there by Mark Lou, wrapping up Bordenyong, and we'll have a ball up 40 around from the Wangaratta Rovers goal.
McQueen too, boys. McQueen running to the boundary as well. He's in trouble.
We'll get Monty on the boundary for Wangaratta MG to watch that one as McQueen does come towards the bench. So repeating the news, Cooper's already off with a potential soft tissue injury, and we'll watch that one. McQueen looks pretty limb, boys, doesn't he, coming off? Is that a hammy or a quad?
I think it might be
Yeah,
don't know.
All right, we'll get Monty to observe that one. Boundary throw in, 40 around from the Rovers goal. 42 plays 27. It's a 15-point lead to the Maggies.
Good on you, Panda. Oh, Nolan's tackle was vigorous.
Yeah, in the back.
And Buckets agrees. It shoved him in the back. So, free kick's going to go the way of Matt Hayden. Saunders. Hit short to Norton. Ball carried just on 15 metres, I think. And Tyler Norton has it. He come into the side today. Ben Reid not playing. Kick across the ground, and Jamie Anderson takes it on the half volley. Chips it short. Finds Dane Porter. So they're defending the two number ones. Number one on the mark. Number one kicking is Porter. And it's a good kick too. And he finds Luke Saunders. He weighed up the option of Ellis. And now he's still going to go with Ellis. And it's intercepted by Gerrish. So
they got numbers out.
They had the numbers out. Gerrish plays on eventually. Got it to McCarthy. Back to Raven Jolliffe. He's in trouble.
Over.
He's gone. He's in under more pressure than Clive Palmer's belt. And it's a free kick. Going to go the way of Dan Sharrock at half-back.
Best on ground for mine, Sharrock. I reckon Monty so far. Couple of goals. And a good tackle there. And he goes out wide to Saunders, and that's not the greatest of kicks as well. Murray did really well. In fact, he did bloody well.
Cal Moore's holding an ankle too, boys.
Yeah, he is. We'll get you to watch that one. Murray's kick wasn't great. He's been intercepted there at half forward by Sharrock, and he goes in ball with a dangerous kick to Anderson. Can Jolliffe shrug him off? He can. Here's a chance for the Rovers. They're back inside forward 50. Great contest there between Boyd and also Anderson. They played in the league together a couple of weeks ago, and now they're rivals. The Rovers can't keep it in. Boundary throw in 20 metres out from their goal. 42 plays 27. It's a 15-point lead. And we've got blokes going down here left, right and centre as well, Big Mac, at the second edition of the Derby.
There's only 2 Wangaratta Rovers players around the interchange at the moment. And that means McQueen and Cooper are in the rooms at the moment getting some treatment.
There's a free kick here to, I think it might be Al Marklew for a push in the back. Yeah.
All right. So Alex Marklew, who kicked the previous goal in the game at the 6-minute mark, and so it's a chance to do the same at the 11-minute mark, and getting some nice advice there from Abe's anchors, and I'm sure it's about how to maybe allow for the breeze or do this and that, and
he's a good bloke like that. Abe.
Or a reflection.
He gives some good advice, won't he?
He does. Mark Lou comes in, and he might give Abe a bit of advice now. He bangs through another one. Does Alex Marklew. He's got 2, and the Rovers are back in this. They only trail by 9 points, 5-3-33. The Maggies are 6-6-42. We're doing this one for solar integrity, and that's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. What are the water stats showing?
On the water stats, where it's really changed this quarter is the inside 50s. Rovers have got 5 so far, with Wang to 2, which is a massive difference from the first quarter. It was 6-24. centre clearance as well, 3-1. And Jake McQueen has had a great start. He's had 5 in this quarter already, which takes him to 13 for the game.
To the over 100 people watching on their couch on the RNM live stream, hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching from around the globe or listening on 1566 We've got a good old-fashioned beauty here, 9-point ball game on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard as the Rovers go inside 50 again. Mark Lou, he's kicked the last 2. He found a hand pass to a teammate, inboard to Garish. Grab without it. Yeah, grab without it. Free kick to Jack Garish here. Dangerous here, the Magpies. They might give away a 50. So Garish is lifted. So's Mark Lou. And Garish has got a free kick 50 metres out, pretty much directly in front.
All by himself in the forward pocket.
He is. Grossman just went back and filled that hole. So the Rovers are pressing here, and he's going to try and line up and get the distance. Jack, I'd back him on the run almost.
He might run round him.
He might indeed. So Garish gives it a big thump. He gives it a really good thump. Goal today. What a finish that is from Jack Garish, and the Rovers have got 3 on the bounce. All of a sudden, Monty, it's a 3-point ball game.
They're looking dangerous all of a sudden, the Rovers. I don't know what Darren said to them at quarter time, but it's worked because they're just holding onto the footy a lot longer. Their pressure now is really lifted like what the Wangaratta boys were doing in the first quarter. And Wang just can't get their hands on the footy, can they? They're just turning it over every time they're coming outside the defensive 50. It's a slight breeze going that way, but I wouldn't have said it was a goal or more. So it's, all the scoring's been done at this end.
There we go. All of a sudden, it is a 3-point ball game. The Magpies lead. The margin was 22 points at one stage in this quarter. They go forward again. McNamara was pushed off the footy. Here's a chance. Over the top there was Thompson. No one could pick it up. Thompson went back again. Good tackle there by, might have been Garish again. No, it was Bear putting a lot of pressure on the Magpie runners. It's anchors through traffic. Clever kick, or is it? Murray intercepts. Sam likes to run. He had to dish off a handball to Pup Clark. Clark goes wide, and I'll tell you what, they're on a different page there. Wilson wasn't on the same page. Ellis got it, kicked it to half forward.
Yeah, overrunning the footy there was McRae. And here's a one-on-one because Moore's got a bit of space. He can lower the eyes inside 50, looking for a teammate down there. Will it spill out the back? It's going to go to way of Newton here, and Newton is a free kick here to Jackson Clark, I think, potentially resting forward.
Advantage
paid. Newton's kicked a goal.
Yep.
So it was a bad turnover in the middle of the ground there by Pup Clark, wasn't it, Monty? And all of a sudden, everyone pushed up and they were left exposed, the Rovers.
Yeah, your heart's in your mouth a little bit when Pup Clark's running through the centre, about to kick the footy, because as you could see there, he's not known for his kicking, and just overshot it to Dylan Wilson out here on the wing. If he had hit it, they'll probably go on inside 50, having another shot on goal, but yeah, just wasn't able to hit that target, which is disappointing.
Not sure what the free kick was for, but anyway.
A bit more when he come back there, Nick Henderson just got him a bit high, I think.
Anchors out of the middle of the ground, couldn't pick the ball up. Nolan in the end, he didn't have to give away that free kick, pushed him off, advantage well played. McLuhan kicks it into the top of the goal square, and Pup Clark has it.
It's on here, boys.
And there's a bit of a scuffle going on. McLuhan
giving away a free kick.
And keeping an eye on is Jason Rain. There's umpires converging everywhere. Buckets is there. And Sam Murray's got it now.
No, the ball will come up to the 50.
It's a 50-metre free kick, so Sam Murray will take the ball at true centre half. No, it's coming in the middle of the ground where the scuffle was outbreaking there. Don't it? When you careful, like right 50 there.
There's blokes on the mark everywhere.
If you have a look where Paddy Warner's standing, he's right in the front. Anyway.
It has to go back to Pup Clark because he had the ball originally and then kicked it to Sammy. So it has to go to Pup Clark for the kick, yeah.
So Pup has it, and he
sorted it out.
A little bit nervous after the last one. That's better from the Pup. And it's gone out there to McNamara. And his kick's okay. Oh, was it okay? Was it Jack there? Jack couldn't quite trap it. Magpies get out a bit of strife here, Panda. It's going to go out of bounds the full. There'll be a chance for Rovers to bring it back once it came.
No, that was not the greatest, probably 30 seconds of O&M football, to be brutally honest, Scott Montgomery. But
yeah, if you cut that up and show people that, say, you say this is the best comp going around, but have a look at it.
There's a bit happening.
Yeah. It's Mark Lou and Matty Hayden.
Yeah.
And also Mick Bourdignon down there as well. So 48 plays 39 here. The Wangaratta Magpies 7-6-48. The Rovers 6-3-39. The Rovers hit 3 of the last 4 goals. Game on here. McQuaid in his own defensive 50.
Good kick.
Good wide kick out to Nolan. He marks. Broadcast side, true centre wing. He's got Garish leading to him in a lot of space. Great work right there by Garish. Anderson worried him out of it. Garish forced a contest. Bear went by hand to Stone. Left foot torpedo, if you don't mind. Up towards half forward. Mark Lou and Bourdignon in a really good contest. And the Magpies set over the boundary line. 50 out from the Wangaratta Rovers goal. 48 plays 39 on 15.66 3 needs R&M Live. And we've gone around 16 minutes in the Macca's time clock. Second quarter action for Solar Integrity. Here is Robbie McKinlay.
There's another Rovers player in trouble on the bench down there. Might be Cody Shutt.
Yeah, it's Cohen Hennessy.
Cohen Hennessy, yeah. He's just in a little bit of bother there
he's
too.
in a fair bit of pain, actually.
Getting a lot of strapping on his right leg, lower leg. So ball up.
Jacob McQueen's back out there too, boys, so nothing too major with him.
Good news. So if you just joined us, Rovers trail by 9 points. It's a real good game, the derby. 48-39. We've gone 17 minutes in the second quarter for Solar Integrity. And they'll flick it up. It's Gaston and Knowles. Gaston won the tap. Chance for Dylan Stone. He's been okay this quarter. Knowles might have had it, didn't have it. McClellan was okay. There's Dylan Stone. Saunders did well. Stone went back in. Over the top was McClellan. He reefed it out. Got it towards Anchors. Got it towards Ellis. Diving over the footy was McQueen. Nolan went in. It's like a rugby union scrum. About the third, fifth, sixth phase footy there, Panda. I know you don't understand that at all.
Not a rugby union
in rugby
fan.
union, but tell us about AFL and call the action.
I'll try my best. Great tap there by Shane Gaston, the Frenchman. And Saunders just worried Stone out of it. Did well because he had time to pick it up to Norton. And the Magpies clear up towards centre wing. Good contest. Off hands, ground level. Jolliffe caught one in the back. Buckets both taken.
Buckets has got him.
He's going to pin him here. It is indeed. Not going to worry Juice Newton. He played on, didn't actually go behind his mark. The kick wasn't great. He just sent it up to no one in particular, and Murray intercepts for the Rovers, and he went by hand to Jolliffe.
He did. Jolliffe through the middle of ground. Goes for a real bell rattle talk.
That's just stupid.
It was not good. Not the best option. Anyway, it was marked by Mark Anderson. He kicks to Luke Saunders. Gee, he's been good this quarter. Has had a lot of the footy. This time he wheels her out on his left foot. He kicks it true centre wing. Murray from behind. Newton at the front. Down the front there was good work there from the Rovers through Toddy Bryant. Eventually ends up with Sammy Murray.
Well done.
Through traffic. Outstanding. Look at this. It's 3-on-1. Mark Lou. He had to beat 3 of them. And Mark Anderson put himself in the right spot. Took a good mark and he kicks across the ground to Matt Hayden.
18 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock. Here in this Wangaratta derby, the Maggies and the Rovers. Norton plays on inside his own defensive zone. Goes short to Ellis. Norton kept running. Just fake one way. We'll go to Monty soon for a Water Stats update. We'll go around the ground soon for the Plough and Tarrawingi if we can. Norton goes short to Sharrock. Already a couple of goals. Beautiful movement here by the Maggies. In towards Moore. Great defensive fist there by Clark. Draws the applause of the Wangaratta Rovers.
McQuaid, I think it was.
Yeah, good call there, Monty. McQuaid punched it over the boundary line. We're going to throw in 70 metres out from the Wangaratta Magpies goal. 48-39. Here's Big Mac with around the grounds for the Plough and Tarrawingi.
Yarrawonga 55, Raiders 20. Wodonga 16, Albury 22, Corrigan 44, North Albury 4, and Myrtleford coming back. Lovington 46. Myrtleford at 27.
Shane Gaston streaming up the wing. Beautifully done there.
There's no forward in front of him.
You're right, Monty. Well called. He's got to wait for Mark Lou to come back, and he's going to try then lead up. There's a... What's going on here? Is there
Dylan Stone ran through the mark, which you're not allowed to do, his own teammate, so we're bringing back, clear the blokes out of the area.
And that they have done, and Bears kicks good. He finds Jack Gerrish almost within range after that previous effort. Boyd can't mark by a good fist. Down the front, Jamie Anderson mopped up beautifully from boarding on little tap through Ellis. He did well. Skipped around a couple, had one bounce, floated a handball to McVeigh. Might give it back to Ellis. No, decides to go down the ground on the left. Intercept, best on ground for Miles so far.
Good call.
That's his 6th touch for the quarter.
Outstanding. And he's coming off. He's going to have a blow. He's knocked up. He's stuffed as Boyd took the mark. Then a thumping kick across the ground to Shagger. Nolan Gatto looks rooted too.
He does indeed. Good description. McQueen in the middle of the ground. Went by hand to Stone. McQueen kept running. And he's right on true centre wing. Here goes in ball with a beautiful looking kick. Brian had to sit and wait. The Rovers, they just force it forward. Bear can grab and take it. He can. Great desperation there by Jaden Bear, who's been in and out of the side a little bit this year, Monty, but he's marked 45 metres out. He looks a bit sore actually getting up. about...
I think it was his work rate.
Yeah.
Stuff, boys. But the boys...
Better way to put it.
The prime movers have really got going here for the Wang Rovers in this quarter. Murray's had 6, takes him to 16. McQueen's had 8, which also takes him to 16 as well. And for the inside 50s, that was their 9th for Wangaratta Rovers, while Wang's only had the 5 in this quarter, a massive drop from their 24 in the first.
That's right, 24 in the first, but the Rovers have got the game on their terms a little bit at the moment. 7-6-48. Plays 6-3-39, a 9-point lead to the Maggies. Bear comes in. I tell you what, I don't know if he's going to make the distance, is he? He's not. Mark Lou flew really high with a big leap. Didn't get anywhere near it. It's through off hands for a point. 6-4-40 the Rovers go to. The Magpies 7-6-48. That's on the C&V Truck and Bus scoreboard. We've ticked over 21 minutes on the Macca's time clock here on 15-6-3 E's O&M Live.
Good footy in it. Real good game of footy. Both sides. Good pressure. Kick-in's okay, finds Holland-Dean. He goes across to Hayden, and Hayden marks true centre-half back. Hasn't got a lot of options here, so he decides to go wide. The Maggie side of the ground, from behind, the fist was good. And it will be a boundary throw-in. So, boundary throw-in, the margin's 8 points. Maggies lead the Rovers. And Monty, we've got some information.
Yeah, just a quick one, boys. Just have a look at the way the Wang Rovers have set up. They've only gone for one key forward now for most of this quarter with Al Markle and gone very small around him. So Tom Board's gone back to obviously cover Nathan Cooper's absence.
Yeah, and it's thrown a few things out because Matty Hayden's just sitting in the hole there and playing as a spare for the Wangaratta Magpies as well. The ball is camped out on this far wing. Normin's side of the ground here at the WJ Finlay Oval. And the Magpies work it out here. They stream it down the boundary line through Joey Richards. Beautiful left foot kick towards Grossman. He's marked at half forward. Wheels around and kicks it to a genuine one-on-one. The Rovers get back. Brilliant stuff there. Boyd. Is it Boyd? No,
Murray.
It is.
His hands.
He could be leading the Morris medal, Sam Murray. Beautiful intercepting mark. Here to a teammate, streaming through the middle of the ground. Dylan Stone it was, up towards half forward. Knowles picked it up for the Magpies, intercepts and goes inboard and finds Grossman.
Yeah, Grossman, true centre of the ground, 8-point lead to Magpies. We've gone 23 minutes, kicks to half forward, Newton there.
And again,
who else? Sam Murray, another intercept mark. He's putting on a dead set clinic here.
Coming up for 8 for the quarter.
He's, this time he's going to run around Juice. No, Juice was good. He's stuck. That's a really nice way to put a panda to Carpenter. Carpenter kicks it to the far side of the ground.
Charlie Thompson.
A little chipping kick from Charlie Thompson and finds Toddy Bryant. From Toddy Bryant, he'll give it back to Carpenter. Carpenter told to play on. Kicks down the line. Who's his target? Mark Lou.
In the back.
He pushed Matt Hayden in the back.
He said, you're going to earn this, Matty Hayden.
I reckon after what Matty Hayden's been saying against, he said, I don't care. I'm just going through. You can have a free kick.
Well, he was going to take the mark anyway, so he may as well give it.
Why not?
Yeah.
48 plays 40. Second quarter action. Thanks to solar integrity. It's an 8-point lead to the Maggies.
And boys, Kelmore's just testing that ankle out on the boundary here, going for a few jog-throughs.
Looks a bit proppy here.
It does. Not happy with it either.
Well, I'll tell you what, with him without there, he's not out there. They've just turned the footy over at half forward.
Great contest.
Great contest there between Mark Lou and Saunders. And Mark Lou stayed down here. He looked really, really hurt. The Maggies turn it over. McQueen with a great intercept mark. He goes out wide to Cohen Hennessy. He looks like he's worked out his ankle injury. And he goes down the line to Thompson. Already kicked a goal. A big one in this first quarter. It was a great finish. He's at half forward. The Rovers are going to dump it long. Who's down there? Shuts down there. Contest. And the Maggies just clear through Bourdignon.
Yeah, and it slips, catches it. No, told to play on there. The Wangaratta player there trying to claim the mark there. Toddy Bryant came in and arrested the situation. I think it was Saunders. It was. And he said play on, and it was the ball up. So Buckets flicks the ball back in the air. Knowles has done well. Gaston had a good battle today. Dane Porter did some heavy work. Got it to Joey Richards. Richards a little chipping kick across to half back. Finds Jackson Clark. His kick's good one. Even if he doesn't mark, he's got a chance to run onto the ball here, McClurden. Anchor's got in the road. Beautiful handball. Bourdignon. He doesn't kick many. Bourdignon goes bang to the right-hand side of the goalpost. Gee whiz, that would have been, we would have seen Shag Nolan and Michael Bourdignon kick goals here today. It's crazy stuff.
You've got a chance of winning the Powerball in those two.
Crazy stuff. It's a 9-point lead. 7-7-49 Wangaratta. 6-4-40 the Rovers, and that's on the Macca's time clock, which says 25 minutes gone.
And I reckon they know what stage of the quarter is here. The Rovers are just going to try and take as much time out of the game and kill the last end of the quarter.
Repeating the big news, Nathan Cooper has gone down to the rooms. Early stages here in this second quarter. We haven't seen him since. Knowles on true centre wing. Does really right in front of the balcony, and they're letting me right about it here. And it's a free kick to Gerish for the Rovers. So can they sniff a late one here? He's been really important, I reckon, in this second quarter, Jackie Gerish. Goes short, finds Shutt. He's got Gaston here in a one-on-one against Ellis, and he's going to kick it straight to him right in front of us. Gaston, he went a bit early, and he didn't mark it. Ellis let him know about it, and we got a boundary throw in. 65 metres out from the Rovers' goal. Time on here in this second quarter. Can they sniff a late one? They trail by 9 points on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. Second quarter action for Solar Integrity, and here is the dulcet tones of Robbie McKinlay.
I reckon less than 10 seconds to go. They're going to have to be quick. Gatto, handball was good. Gerish, through one, through the second. Quick kick, marked by Sharrock at almost full back.
And do not blame that, Robbie McKinlay.
That is amazing stuff from the Big Mac. He just predicted when that quarter will finish. And he did it superbly.
Wouldn't have anything to do with the fact you just put your headphones down and walked out to the timekeepers who were right next to us here at
trying to build this up a bit. So 27 minutes that quarter went. Gee, it's a beauty. Hey, we've got a great game on here. The Rovers have got back into contention. They trailed by 10 points at quarter time. They reduced the margin by 1 point. They trailed by 9 points, Panda. 49-40. Real good game of footy. This is what Ovens and Murray country footy's all about. Big second half coming.
Yep, the balcony's packed, and I reckon there's about 1,200 people in here as well, and a lot of them going to go out there and kick the footy at half-time. Good game here on O&M Live, 15-6-3-E. Do not go anywhere. We got the Supreme Skylights half-time show on the other side of this. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it. Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Poulton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
On 1566 3NE.
Supreme Skylights halftime show. Supreme Skylights are Velux dealers and installers offering the entire product range. Visit the showroom. You can find them Murphy Street, Wangaratta, or their photo gallery at supremeskylights.com.au. And here in the derby on 1566 3NE between the Maggies and the Rovers, we've got a pretty good game of footy. Monty, the margin probably should have been a little bit more at quarter time maybe, because the Magpies just dominated the first sort of 15, 20 minutes, and you'll give us the stats maybe soon in that first quarter and then the second quarter as well. But it was only a 10-point margin, and we only got a 9-point margin here, 7-7-49 to 6-4-40.
Yeah, it was a great quarter of footy, really, but you just saw Rovers probably dominated the majority of that quarter, but weren't able to get right back into it. Wang get an easy one at the end, which puts it back out to 10 or 9 points at the moment. And it just shows how easily Wang can stay in a game without really doing a lot of damage, and then they can go bang and really put you away if they want to.
We'll go around the ground soon as well with Robbie McKinlay as well. We'll find out some other scores in the O&M. But your thoughts, Big Mac? I think Monty's hit the nail on the head there. The Rovers really sort of owned that territory a little bit more in that second quarter, and maybe could even be a little bit closer there. But the Magpies were pretty dominant in the first quarter.
Yeah, they were. Mont alluded to it before. They probably should have had a lot more scoreboard dominance, considering the amount of ball they had inside forward 50 in that first quarter. It was a remarkable stat. 24-6, was it, Mont?
24-6, yep.
Yeah, unbelievable. You rarely see that many in a half.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
So, but I suppose that's the beauty of the Wangaratta Rovers. You just got the feeling they're always in the game. Even though they're having a lot of balls inside forward 50, you didn't think that it was a one-sided contest. You always felt that the Rovers were in this, and that's the beauty of sides that are coached by Darren Creswell. He's always thinking, he's always thinking about what can the next move be to give us an advantage, or to stop the advantage that the opposition might be getting. And he's done that really well. But Sam Murray's game across half-back today.
How good is marking at the moment? He's probably one of the best marks in the competition. I feel the way he reads the ball. He's got a good leap, but he just comes from so deep and gets around the packs. And he's not scared to come off his man and just back himself in, and it's good. I'm pretty sure he gets the licence, just fly for it.
He can win the Morris Medal.
Absolutely.
No word about it. And I reckon he's probably almost leading at the moment, Monty. His form has been unbelievable.
Yeah, and his first probably 4 weeks were as good as anyone's. I reckon he would have got 3 best ons. The only one who might have missed out on was against Wangaratta when they lost by 20 goals. Yep. But apart from that, because I watched him a fair bit early on in the year, and I reckon he was best on nearly every time.
And his ball carry's been good.
Yeah.
He's not only winning it, when he's not taking the intercept mark, he's actually playing on. He's worked through traffic. He just backs himself and goes. One stage here in the first quarter, he took Joey Richards on.
Yeah.
He ran away from Joey Richards.
No one does
that. It just shows you, that's at an elite level that he got himself to. And this is career best form we've seen from Sam Murray. So he's played a massive part in keeping the Rovers in the game. They're in striking distance here. If you go back to the game, I think it was 2019, where Maggie's led at half-time by 5 goals. Same venue, and Rovers end up winning the game by about 4. So Kreza, he just have in his mind here, okay, we're really close here. What can I do? How can I impact? He's got to realise he's probably not going to get Nathan Cooper back. He got McQueen back, which is good. However, we've seen Cal Moore's been off the ground probably for the last 10 minutes, boys.
Yeah, Alden, he didn't come back on.
So that levels that up. No Cooper, no Moore. So that makes it really level. In fact, the thing about Moore could be a bigger loss because he's got the X factor.
Well, really, Cooper playing and Moore, he was nearly shutting Moore out.
Yep.
Like, I know Moore had a couple of shots on goal. One was a cheap free kick, and I think that he probably had his measure. So with Cooper going out and then Moore potentially going out, it probably just evens itself out.
What about the forward line? How have you seen that for the Wangaratta Rovers, Monty? Because a couple of times we've seen Mark Liu outnumbered down there, and he seems to be playing a bit of a lone hand. The Maggies seem to be playing a spare back there. It was Matty Hayden at times, and Sharrock, and some of their midfielders have pushed back as well. But how have you seen the function of the Wangaratta Rovers forward line so far?
It looks like they're trying to get really high and up around the footy, try and make it a bit of a dogfight around the actual contest, and then try and get them on the way back. But the Wang backmen are just too smart. That is zone off. As soon as you get up around the footy, good luck. It's a bit of a contest when it's 10v8 or whatever it might be. You're better off winning the 6v4 in the forward line. So that's what they're doing. They just let them go up, do what they want to do around the ball, because they know they'll win it back once it goes inside 50, which is what they're doing at the moment. And as you said, Mark Liu's sort of the lone hand at the moment with their goal kickers. He's the only multiple goal kicker, only one that looks really dangerous. Jackie Gerrish started to get on it. Yeah. But then they threw Tom Boyd back to help out with a couple of tools. When the ruckman had to chat, when Gaston had to have a bit of a breather, because as Robbie described it, he was a bit tired. They went real small. Gerrish, Bear, McNamara, those sorts of guys. Charlie Thompson's been swapping forward. Things look dangerous, but he just needs a bit more opportunity. The ball needs to get there a bit more. Yeah.
I don't know. McQueen's a really good size, isn't he, Monty? Is it worth maybe chucking him? I mean, I know he's so great around the ball and they like his usage inside forward 50, but is it worth maybe putting Thompson up around the ball, who's a little bit smaller, and sending McQueen maybe forward to help out Markle a little bit?
Yeah, I know you say Thompson's a bit small, but I think he's probably a really good contested mark. So I think that might be why they might try and leave him forward, be that smaller mid-size, get a mismatch if he gets to Mark Anderson or something, who's a great defender, but he's smaller again, so he might be able to get a good mismatch on that one.
Yeah, that's such a good defensive unit, aren't they? Like guys like the two Anderson boys, boarding on them, Dan Burlow and Grossman and Hayden, or now Saunders. They've got those 7 guys have been around each other for, it's getting close to a decade now, so they're really dominant. Hey, around the grounds, we're going to the plough in Tarrawinji.
Great place for a beer.
Panda was out there the other day, ploughing.
Kicked out, I heard.
Throwing out. Yep. Time to go.
That's enough tap on the shoulder.
Come on, Blake. Time to go. Yarrawonga 67, lead Wodonga Raiders 21, so that's pretty much as expected. This one's interesting. This is the 2OI game. Albury 29, Wodonga 24. Pardon the pun, but that would be a real dogfight down there. There's no doubt about that. Of course, here we got Wangaratta 49, Rovers 40, Coral Rubberglen 51, your boys North Albury 12.
Panda might have to play next week in the twos just to get that magic back for the boys. It's obviously starting to wear off, Robbie.
And this is the interesting
premiership side reunion for the Rutherglen boys. So they're up and about for it.
Big occasion, absolutely. And the big result here, probably at the moment, is Lavington 52, Myrtleford 33. That's at half-time. So that's a replay of the 2019 preliminary final.
But we all said that, didn't we, when we were talking about it pre-game, that Myrtleford were that Lavy were a huge chance to go down there and upset Myrtleford today, who have been pretty topsy-turvy, Mon.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, we always think as soon as you play Myrtleford up there, they're very hard to beat up there. But if you get a side that can run, I know the ground up there will be a little bit boggy, but if you get a side that can move the footy and shift the footy, which I know what Snides is putting in place at Lavington, they want to shift the footy a lot. So if they can shift them, get around them, I think they'll be able to score, which they're doing to half-time so far.
Tell you what I've seen a lot this year. Teams coming out really, really early after half-time. And the Maggies are just emerge from half-time and they're running out on the ground. I reckon I saw North Albury do it at Birrelea Park.
Did it last week. Yeah. They did the old ultimate resis in the huddle. 1-2 did they at half-time to get revved up again.
It didn't work.
Well, the umpires won't shift. No. They'll have they're like a good union mob. They'll have every little entitlement to them.
Well, usually the goal umpires get the little arvo tea upstairs. They want to have a cup of tea and a scone, so they don't definitely rush out of that, that's for sure.
Well, we will go to a break because the Maggies are out there. It's still half-time, a fair way to go, I reckon. We're doing this one for Supreme Skylights. Make sure you jump online to supremeskylights.com.au. Check out their Velux Skylight options. 9 points, the Magpies lead here, 7-7-49 to the Rovers, 6-4-40. When we come back, we'll obviously talk a little bit more about half-time and I have a look forward to the third and fourth quarter as well. And on them live, you won't miss a thing.
Harvey Norman Bedding. All the big deals on Aussie-made mattresses.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Third quarter action for STY medals about to get underway here at the WJ Finlay Oval between the Wangaratta Magpies and the Wangaratta Rovers. And it's a 9-point lead, 49 plays 40 to the Wangaratta Magpies, and we are going to see a really good second half of footy, I reckon, boys.
I reckon we might.
Take it away, Ron.
Good day, will do. And Warwick Henderson is going to get the action underway. Up she goes. Noel's got a tap to anchors. Straight out of the middle of the ground, inside forward 50. Holland Dean couldn't take the grab. Porter knocked it on again. Grossman couldn't gather. Here's a chance for Richard. Tackled strongly strongly by Toddy Bryant, and it forced the ball up. Good attacking position for the Magpies.
Wearing him like a glove, isn't he?
He's done a real good job. Starts this quarter. Moore snaps it over his left shoulder. High up and under. Top of the goal square. Is it a mark? I think it is. It's a pretty good grab taken down there in the end by guess who? Sam Murray, who just dominated that first half. It's a 9-point lead. That's what Wangaratta take into the start of this second half. Here's Panda Bear.
Good news if you're a Maggies fan, because Cal Moore is out on the ground. We thought he may have a bit of ankle troubles there, but he's good to see him back out there as Hayden kicks down the line and finds Hollandine. A little quiet, the young fella, but it's okay. He pumps the Maggies deep inside 50. Murray floating across again, wasn't allowed to mark it. Newton tried to kick it out of mid-air. Good pressure here by the Maggies. Murray, dangerous, clearing-looking kick, but it went over the head of the Magpie players there. The ball's still at half forward here for the Maggies. Contested situation, and the umpire says, stalemate, we'll have a ball up. 60 out from the Magpies goal. Their side of the WJ Finlay Oval as well. 49 plays 40. We've gone a minute and a half for the Maccas time clock. No score to either team in this third quarter.
Gaston won the tap, kicked it to Raven Jolliffe. I don't know if you better keep that anyway. And that man, Raven Jolliffe, tell you what, how good a form is he in, Monty? He did not even play last week. And Panda,
I was waiting for him.
He put him in the team of the week.
He was at home with his newborn baby. Still got in the team of the week. We're all putting that team of the week team together.
No one nominated Raven Jolliffe.
No, I don't.
Not one of us.
I don't. And anyway,
shout out to the stats.
Shout out to Darren Creswell, who's the first one onto it. Don't worry about that.
So if you're one of those blokes who does these stats in an office in Canberra somewhere, lift your game a bit. You've just destroyed Panda's credibility. Gatto won the tap. Good work there by Anchors. He's been busy this quarter. His hurried kick, though, under a lot of pressure, has gone out of bounds on the full. And Sam Carpenter, the skipper, will bring it back into play for the Wang Rovers. No score in this half so far. We've gone 2 minutes and 22 seconds, Panda.
Carpenter. Little chip kick over to Gaston.
And if you have just joined us, that's a 9-point lead to Wangaratta.
It is indeed. Gaston goes back to Carpenter. Made him work for it, but he's marked it. Have you seen that ruck duel so far, Mon? I reckon it's been a bit of a 50-50.
Yeah, I think Knowles is probably just in front with his centre clearance work. Apart from that, Gatto around the ground has been really good.
Oh, beautiful looking kick. It was dangerous there by Carpenter, but he's found Bryant. Not a great wide-looking kick out there. It's a genuine 50-50 here between Shutt and Clark. Good contest, really good contest. Clark and Shutt. Who are you going to give that one to?
Well done,
Umpire says ball up. Yeah, well done, Shutt. The kick from Bryant wasn't great. Clark looked like he had the advantage, and all of a sudden we've got a ball up right in front of our commentary position. We've gone 3 minutes, no score to either team. 49 plays 40, a 9-point lead to the Maggies on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard.
Wilson, good collect there for the Rovers. Might have been held but still on the stone. Play on was a call, and Sherritt's tackled. And the crowd can't talk Jason Rain around that one. We've seen real good derby football here at the moment, boys. Nothing given, nothing taken at the moment. It's rocking and rolling here. We've gone 3.5 minutes, no score. The game exit push in the back, I reckon. No, free kick. No, it's not. It's going to be, give it to me, says Jason Rain, and he will ball it up. So it's on a bit of a knife edge here, Panda. Early days, third term. It's still a 9-point lead to Wangaratta, but they're sorting themselves out.
Gaston with a good tap down, but to no one an advantage. And Saunders for the Maggies, picks it up, runs a long way, and kicks it up towards half forward. Great body work there by Bear, did all the hard work. But here's a chance for Hollandine running onto it. A genuine Shankmeister inside 50, and Murray with another intercept mark. That was the easiest one he's got all day. He's cleared to the far side here, and Carpenter's away for the Rovers.
Gerish, middle of the ground. Sorry about that, Panda. I was too busy watching Jack Gerish, and he ended up getting it. So on the handball to Dylan Stone. Richards is quick. Stone's handball's a nice little sweeper towards Charlie. Little lob over the top. And the mark has been taken by Charlie Thompson because it came from Raven Jolliffe initially. And we've seen him have 3 shots from this area today. Charlie Thompson
should know the area.
This time he's going to go back and he's going to take the old drop punt option, I reckon, which is not a bad shout because it's, as I said before, this season, it's served the game well for well over 100 years. Hannah, the drop punt.
This is too far for a snap.
Well, it is.
Big Max, I reckon if he was another 10 metres, though, he'd be running around.
Drop punt, mate. Wherever you can, whenever you can. He comes in now. He just runs around a little bit. Drop punt on the way, and he's banged it straight through the guts for a point. Minus score, so 8-point margin. Magpies lead the Rovers. First score of the second half, and it took 5 minutes. And we're doing this one for STY Metals in Wangaratta, your local steel supplier specialist. Panda?
So the Magpies, out of the kick-in, go looking for Juice Newton. Juggled it, was able to gather it at ground level. He's got options inboard. And
killed him.
Yeah, not a great kick inboard for Porter. Well done, Todd Bryant. Ducked under a tackle. Was able to get out of it. Went by Hendon Nolan, who asked a lot of his former captain and pup Clark. He went back, and Clark made him work. Sweeps a hand pass to Carpenter. He's got Dylan Stone running for him down the wing. Does well. Takes a bounce. Takes 2 bounces, in fact. And he's got McQueen. Sorry, it was Carpenter in ball with a handball. They're playing around with it here, the Rovers, and the Maggie's forced a turnover. Ellis on the left foot in the middle of the ground. It could fall here to Porter. Well done, McNamara. Won a 50-50 contest for the Rovers, and they're out here on the wing. Garrish has got a paddock, Robin McKinlay.
He has. What will he do? He's going to... Jack goes long. Top of the goal. Interfered with. Raven Jolliffe read the play. He mopped it up from behind the goal square, and the margin now, Panda, is down to 2 points. Would you believe it?
The loudest roar we've heard all day from the Rovers faithful as well, on our ambience mics.
Yeah, it was unreal, wasn't it, to hear that? But what a step by Jackie Garrish. That's what we love to see. Get him out into space, one-on-one with someone. He's going to go around it, but what a hot start here with Sammy Murray in this third quarter. He's had 4 touches, takes him to 23 for the game. He's absolutely running hot, and they need to do something about him, I think, the Wang boys.
It took 7 minutes to get the first goal this third quarter, but the game's alive. 49 plays 47, a 2-point ball game here on O&M Live in the derby between the Maggies and the Rovies, and it's the the Magpies by 2 points. Porter out wide to Clark, and Clark marks at half forward. He's already kicked 2 goals today as Jackson Clark. Wheels around, sends it to the hot spot. Kelmore flew really, really early. Very early indeed, brought it to ground. Murray sweeping up again here for the Rovers. He goes short and finds his mate here in Cody Shutt, deep in his own defensive pocket. So 7-7-49 the Magpies. The Rovers 7-5-47. Third quarter action for STY Metals.
Garrish is on a long lead from wing, but McQuaid decides he'll go back across the ground. Finds Paddy McNamara. His kick looks for Sammy Carpenter. He can't control the footy. He played a good tackle, though. McLuhan's there. Carpenter was fantastic. He went back for a second effort, a third effort, and they're going to lock it down. That's what Sammy Carpenter's good at, Monty.
Yeah, that's what he brings. That's why he
brings that.
Been brought, made the captain of the club. He just gets in and under. He gets his hands dirty and does all the hard work.
He's been pretty good this third quarter as well, I reckon, Monty.
2-point lead to Wang.
Ball still at half forward here for the Wangaratta Magpies. A fresh area there by Jackson Clark, and we're going to have a throw in.
We'll get around the ground shortly, Pan.
Yeah.
I'll do a bit of diving and
watch that
delving.
Milford Labby game. That's probably, and the Wodonga-Albury game. They're our 2 other closest games other than this one here on O&M Live. 15-6-3-8. Panda got with you. Robbie McKinlay, Scott Montgomery for Albury, Wodonga MG, and the Old Town and Country Tavern. Porter marks at half forward. Too far out to score from him. He's 50 from home. He's got Newton on a searching lead, and Newton marks 40 metres out on a slight angle. There's Juice Newton, who's already kicked the 1 goal.
Wouldn't you love leading for that sort of kick? Just laces out, didn't have to break stride, hands straight in front of the face, unbelievable finish. And now Juice Newton gets a nice shot at goal. He normally kicks these ones.
So he's already got 1 today. Juice Newton kicked 6 last week. Comes in, and it is a beautiful looking kick. The captain goes bang and answers and steadies for the Magpies. 55 plays 47, a goal each in this third quarter. We've gone 9 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Any around the grounds for us? Scott Montgomery for the plough in Tarrawingi?
Absolutely, mate. As we have a look at our other close games, we've got Wodonga leading Albury 32-30. We've got Yarrawonga leading the Raiders 79-21. Corowa 45 points up there at John Ford Oval. And in the other game, Lavington 59, really starting to put a bit of a gap on Myrtleford 33.
There we go. So a couple of good tight ones there. We'll keep an eye on that one at the Martin Park. Hennessy into the ruck now. Got a tap. Kick off the ground was pretty clever by Cody Shutt. Dylan Stone was in there applying a bit of pressure as well. And Stone went back, but Jolliffe might be a little bit hurt there.
Yeah.
He's head over the footy he was. Here's Richards trying to break clear of Bryant. He couldn't. Good pressure by the pass. Free kick. No advantage. That'll come back.
So a very good tackle there by Hennessy. It was. Got it to Sam Murray. He'll go close from here. Murray, long range kick, top of the goal square. Mark Lou picked up. McQueen, I think, was it?
Yep.
And he's missed. Gee, that would have brought that
stole it out of Mark Lou's hands too. I think he would have grabbed it on the next bite. So
you'd back him to kick it though.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 you would. Absolutely.
So minor score. And that margin now slides up again to 7 points in favour of the Maggies.
2 behinds McQueen. That could be costly. Third quarter action here on R&M Live for STY medals. We'll get some netball updates as well for Yarrawonga News and Gifts, doing wonderful things down there in Yarra. We've got a boundary throw-in punched over the boundary line by Michael Clark for the Rovers. It's probably 65 around in between the centre square and their forward 50, far side of the WJ Finlay Oval. Really quickly, Monty, for Yarrawonga News and Gifts.
Just the netball scores. We've got one that was finished earlier. Aubrey beat Wodonga 48-42. Yarrawonga 60-37 against the Raiders. Cora doing their thing, 69-41 against North Aubrey. Murdoch and Lavington. Lavington's got a 17-point goal lead, and here the game is all over. Wangaratta 59 beat the Rovers 32.
Ball goes inside forward 50 for the Rovers, defended grimly and stoutly by Magpies. Will pass back, but I think is it Sammy Murray? Or is it either that or out of bounds? Give him a mark. And now he's going to... he gets around. He palmed him off superbly. Here's Mark Lou on the lead. Couldn't get it. Wasn't pushed. Might have looked for it. He's going to get something. Someone is. It's a high kick. It's going to go the way back of that Wangaratta player on the ground down there. And he's just in
no idea
a little bit indisposed. It's a blue boot. It's Mark Anderson.
Mark Anderson.
So it'll be Mark Anderson, who got caught underneath that big pack of players, wasn't it? Was it Raven Jolliffe? Might have inadvertently landed on him. I think it's the best way to put it. Anderson told the play on now. Jolliffe applies some good pressure. Murray comes in across the front. Didn't go for it in the end. Toddy Bryant was there. Got it back to Charlie Thompson. Off the left foot kick inside forward 50. Here's a chance. Dylan Stone picked it up. Left foot. Shot on goal. In the game, the margin's back to 1 point. Tommy Boyd bangs it through. How good is this game of footy? Scotty Montgomery, it's a 1 point lead to Wang.
How good was that crumb by Dylan Stone? At pace, got it on the half volley. He got his head up very quickly to see the one-on-one in the goal square. Got it over the top. Tom Boyd all over it, was able to finish it with a beautiful goal, and the goal umpire
kicked it straight into the goal umpire's guts.
Yep.
And he stood up brilliantly, did the goal umpire down there.
Tough, the goal umpires.
55 plays 54 on 3 and he's R&M Live. The derby's alive as the Rovers go forward once again. Mark came through like the Southern Aurora. That was a big contest. Grossman streams out of defence and kicks it in the middle of the ground. 1-on-1 contest here between Shutt. Nolan's in there. Warner, he's been quiet other than the first couple of minutes. Fraser Hollandine with a sign-winding mongrel inside 50. Oh, brilliant, faithful.
I think he thought he had his man done, didn't he?
Yeah,
he's got his running to an open goal, but yeah, the boys were onto it and got him straight away.
Young Paddy McNamara wins a big 1-on-1 contest and a free kick, and he comes out wide to Carpenter. Could it be intercepted here by McVeigh? It's going to be.
It is. Gary's put on good pressure. Carpenter bravely ran back at the footy, but Dan Sharrock has marked it. Very gettable there. Fraser Ellis all alone in the forward pocket. Tighter angle, runs around, screws it around for a minor score.
Too easy that was.
So, boys, while you've been watching the play, Pandy Con, I just played attention to the goal umpire who got that hit. I reckon he might have got it a little bit lower than the guts because he has been a little bit indisposed, the big fella.
Oh, no.
And, yeah, I reckon he got it in the old Jats crackers. Oh, no! Kick in from Murray. He's kicked it straight to another Collingwood player, previously listed, Cal Moore. And he's going to mark and shoot on goal 40 metres out directly in front.
They've owned the quarter, Monty, the Rovers, and that is just a genuine coach killer. I would hate to have known what Prez's reaction was.
Off a little bit more than what he was capable of there. He had to get it over the top with a worm burner, so I don't know what he was thinking.
Calmore comes in now, kick on the way. Oh, that's a shocker.
And he has just helped him out.
He's helicoptered that through for a point.
And Sam Murray will get another chance here.
His third behind.
It's Muzz's day today. Don't worry about that. He could do anything today. I reckon he'll do the sermon at church tonight.
He's had 8 this quarter, so he gets into 27 so far for the game.
Panda there just shuffling the decks a bit here and take it away. Panda Murray's kick in is a beauty towards Gaston.
57 plays 54. 3-point lead to the Maggies here in the derby. As Grossman marks at half forward. Broadcast side of the WJ Finlay Oval. He's got Sharrock for him on an early lead and ignores that. Sharrock has to go and shepherd, and Grossman's going to pump him long deep. Wasn't the greatest of kick to the pocket, and Pup Clark comes along and punches it over the boundary line, and we will get it thrown back in. A 3-point lead here to the Wangaratta Magpies. Scott Montgomery on that water stat sheets and the stats quickly for us here, mate.
Yeah, so inside 50 this quarter, 8 to Wangaratta, 6 to the Rovers. Clearances around the grounds, we've got 4 to 2, and centre clearances 2 apiece.
Ball spun back in. I'm not sure there's a whistle. Yeah, he got plenty of height. Elevation was an issue. That's right, Panda. Just a bit more depth. I'll tell you what, there is a good crowd in here now too.
Starting to find voice.
It really has. It's built up. They're all enjoying themselves. The derby's in good nick.
I reckon the Gambars made a good profit today already.
Here's Ellis. Gavage. Snap. Guess who? Sam Murray. Marks. Last line of defence. It's a 3-point lead to Wangaratta. We have gone 16, almost 17 minutes in the third quarter for STY medals. Murray's kick. Now got numbers there. Fall of the pack. Thompson's handball's okay. If Gerrish can get out, look out. He tapped it to Mark Lou. Give it back to Jack. He did. Here goes Jack. He's excited. We're all excited. He handballs back to Thompson. Rovers to hit the front. Thompson misses left-hand side of the goal. Margin 2 points. What a build-up. Excitement plus. 57 to 55. Maggie's lead. We've gone just over 17 minutes third quarter action.
If the Rovers are going to get back in front and maybe win this game, they're going to keep running like that. Charlie Thompson and Jack Gerrish there just had great pace to burn.
Look at this kick in here. It was a brilliant one straight down the guts, and the Magpies are away. Clark or Tom tunnelled almost there. Was
good contest.
Good contest. I like it. The Rovers through McCarthy. Clear it up towards the wing, but it's been intercepted here by Ellis, who's lifted in this third quarter as Fraser Ellis had a couple of shots. His kick isn't great. It's going to be intercepted here by Henderson for the Rovers at half-back. 2-point lead to the Maggies. 57 plays 55 here on R&M Live. We've got a beauty. We've got the good game here, boys. Panda Escott with you, Robbie McKinlay and Scott Montgomery. Third quarter action for STY. As Dylan Wilson marks boys at half-back.
Pup again.
I love Puppy. Just does keep you on edge a bit. Wilson is...
look at this. Look at this good kick.
Here's Gerrish. Get out of the road runner. Gerrish. Run. Got a kick. Oh, great tackle from behind. It might have been
Jamie Anderson.
Anderson, boys. Boarding on.
Wow.
Michael boarding on come from nowhere. And
he was gone.
He was through, wasn't he? And now he chipped across to Sharrock, and Sharrock now goes to Norton.
Yeah, Norton through the middle of the ground. He's got a teammate out wide, and he finds him. It's Saunders on his trusty left foot. Goes up towards Moore. The kick wasn't great. Moore kept it in brilliantly there to Fraser Hollandine. He's got Newton on a lead for him. Clark's wearing him like a glove. Nolan in his own defensive pocket for the Rovers just clears it, but it's going to come straight back. Big Mac, because Moore's marked.
He does. He pumps it. 15 out from goal. Good grab, Clark. Over the back. He beat several Rovers defenders there, and he has banged it through. He might have a little bit of cramp there at the moment too. He's already kicked a couple. I think that's what Panda's indicated. Neither that he's telling me to do something else. So he has kicked 2, and he wears the number 2, and I reckon he'll kick 3 here because he's 20 metres out directly in front.
And quickly did they transfer that footy then, boys, from half back to get it forward. What a great rundown tackle that will prove.
I'll give Panda a look, but I think in that contest, the Rovers, they had a few numbers there, but geez, Clark just read it better, I reckon, guys.
He did.
It's a good play, this bloke.
All class.
Played forward a lot today as well.
So 19.5 minutes gone, third term. Wangaratta lead by 2 points. Clark has a shot on goal. 25 out directly in front to extend that lead. Clark comes in, and Jackson Clark kicks his third of the afternoon. Rovers now trail by 8 points. And we are doing this quarter for STY medals, all your local steel suppliers and specialists.
Just on the stat sheet, boys, Sammy Murray's got 10, goes to 29 for the game. Charlie Thompson's had 4 in this quarter, takes him to 15, while for Wangaratta, Kelmore's had 3, gets him to 14. Abraham Ankers has also had 3, which gets him to 12 for the game.
That miss from Charlie Thompson might come back to hurt the Rovers as well. Only a couple of minutes to go, streaming into goal. 63 plays 55 here on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. Richards in the middle of the ground. Not sure that was a hand pass. Sharrock, that definitely was. Goes out wide to Hewitt. So the Magpies looking for a couple in a row here. They're on true centre wing. Hewitt gave it to Ankers. Goes in ball with a nice looking kick, but Nolan floating across. He has indeed taken intercepting mark here for the Rovers. He's got it on the far side of the ground, the northern side of the ground, and he wants to switch it. It is good. Finds McQuaid, but the Magpies have covered the switch really well here, Monty.
They have. They're defending the ground so well, especially through the middle part of the ground, between the arcs. They just defend. They move as one.
Oh, here's trouble. Oh, gee whiz. Henderson, hard on the mouth stuff, onto Clark. Clark goes wide. He finds Cody shut. You look for Gaston. Gaston has got it. Nolan offers a run. Here comes Murray. Handball was a shocker from Gatto. Put him at Murray under a lot of pressure. Nolan went in, couldn't get it. Ankers just knocked the ball about 10 metres forward. Nolan stayed over the footy, was tackled. He might have to knock it out. He did release it. He did it okay. Ankers, again, kick smothered by Cody Shutt. And it'll be a boundary throw-in, Panda. 55 metres around from the Wangaratta goal. We've gone 21 minutes in the third quarter. Wangaratta lead it by 8. If the Rovers could get one more goal this quarter, gee, it sets up an absolute titanic finish here at the WJ Finlay Oval.
The crowd's lifted, and the game's a beauty here on O&M Live. Hope you're having a great Queen's Birthday long weekend on this overcast Saturday arvo. Stone has been one of the Rovers' best. Picks it up, left foot kick out wide. Dropped what he should have taken there. Was Raven Jolliffe for the Wangaratta Rovers, and we've got a boundary throw-in. True centre wing here of the WJ Finlay Oval on this far side.
Good to see the Queen out and about during the week too.
Yeah, made a rare appearance.
Yeah.
She'd want to after all that effort they gave her.
Well,
4 days worth.
Ed Sheeran at a concert, she came out and had a bit of a look at Ed. That's almost worth a kick, that bump from the boundary throw in there by the Maggies. And picked up 25 metres. It'll be thrown in again. Still good attacking position here for Wangaratta, leading 63 to 55. 22 minutes gone. Just the 4 goals kicked this quarter. We had 6 goals kicked in the previous quarter, went 28 minutes. I reckon we got about 4 minutes in it, Panda. Kick off the ground by Moore, back towards Hewitt. Hewitt, left foot, right foot snap. Hollandine sits underneath it. He marks it just inside the boundary.
It's been lively this third quarter.
A lively type indeed. Goes short, and Newton takes the mark. And this sort of suits Juice, this angle. He tends to get a bit of left to right curl. Panda? So he'll aim it at that left-hand goal post.
Will he run around on the left, or is he going back for a drop punt?
No, I reckon he'll do a drop punt, mate.
Well, he's kicked 2 already, has Mick Newton, and he's starting to find a fair bit of footy now.
Big kick.
Massive kick, Big Mac.
23 gone. Wang by 8. Newton comes in, kick on the way, and he has kicked it out of bounds. No, I might snuck in for a point. So Sam Murray will bring the ball back in. Wangaratta lead the Rovers by 9 points. 24 minutes gone, final term, third term action.
Robin McKinlay, Scott Montgomery, and Panda Escott with you. We'll go around the grounds for the plough-in Tarrawinji soon, which will be pumping tonight on a long weekend. Pup Clark, hand past it, over to Carpenter, and the Rovers clear their zone. Great mark out there on the wing. That's a brilliant mark there by Thompson. It was indeed. No, it was Dylan Stone. He played on straight away and hand passed it to a teammate under a fair bit of pressure. That was Alex McCarthy, and we got a ball up right pretty much in front of that famous scoreboard here at the WJ Finlay Oval. Here's a chance for Gaston. He was tackled, but he got it a little kicky away. Jolliffe, he was tackled straight away. Spills out to McCarthy, and he's free to get a free kick for a high. Edge of the square, and he's going to pump it long. That he does. Who's down there resting? Boyd in the hole. Forced a contest. Down there is Thompson, lively operator. It's about 30 metres around from the Rovers' goal. And you know what they do, Robbie? They force a stoppage. 24 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock. Third quarter action for STY Metals, and it's a 9-point lead to the Wangaratta Magpies.
Jamie Anderson heads back to the goal square. Here's a go. Boyd snap and has hit the behind post. So it'll be a boundary throw in. We'll just hold on those scores around the grounds, Mont. Boundary throw in right alongside the behind post here. Wang Rovers deep into attack. They trail by 9 points. We've gone 25 minutes. Here comes the throw in. Geez, it's high. It went higher than that gum tree. Tapped by Knowles. Boarding on was good. He just didn't let the ball break free. Boarding on went back again. Here's a chance for Sharrock. Good handball to Hewitt. Hewitt, oh, he might have been stripped of the ball.
Yeah, he is.
Buckets has got him. Buckets nailed him, and it's going to be, is it Toddy Bryant? It is Toddy Bryant who had the shot on goal. About 35 out. A tight angle. If you're at home and you know the ground, he's going to kick it from in front of the kiosk area. It serves some of the hottest pies I've ever had in my life.
Good potato cakes as well, Robbie. Really good potato cakes, and I'm a potato cake man.
Big kick. Todd Bryant comes in. The Rovers supporters are right behind it. It might be a mark. It's off hands for a minor score.
Never looked online.
Margin is now sitting at 8 behinds.
There's a knock on Toddy Bryant, and he's ticking.
Yeah.
He's letting down a little bit, but he is a great player, and he's doing a great job today on Joey Richards.
Maggie's led it by 8. Well, on the Macca's time clock, we've gone 26, almost 27 minutes, Panda.
It's on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. So there must only be a couple of minutes in it. Big Mac sneaking out to check the timekeepers as we speak, and he's going to claim how long's left here. Ball's on true centre wing. It was tapped on by Jackson Clark. It was an even better tap at ground level by Shagger Nolan. Nice little fake there from McNamara, but his hand pass hit the ground and went straight past Gerish. The Magpies across half back. Here's a chance for Grossman. He's a streaky operator. He's running and he's clearing in a fair bit of space right on that far wing. Great looking kick for Moore. He's almost in range here. Clark. He's got Clark leading for him in the pocket. Great movement by the Magpies. Clark couldn't mark. Went a little bit early there. Kicked off the ground. Not sure who it was, but it's been marked here by Jolliffe. And he goes down the wing looking for Hennessy, but it's over his head, Big Mac, and Knowles is going to sweep up for the Magpies.
He did. He held his nerve beautifully. Knowles' kick wasn't a good one, though. Well, they give really good credit there to Raven Jolliffe, who timed his run beautifully across half-back, and he took a mark. So about a minute left, we believe, in the third quarter. Jolliffe's kick, high floater, a bit of protection there for McNamara. He thought about a kick inside to McCarthy. Instead, he went to Dylan Stone. Now he goes back to Pup Clark. Clark thought about going short to McCarthy, decides to go down the line. Thompson looked for a free kick. Thompson's got a free kick. Centre wing, half back for Wang Rovers. They trail it by 8 points. Round about 30 seconds left, we reckon. Get on with it, Charlie. Charlie goes short to Dylan Stone. Inside handball. No. He doesn't, Panda. Take us home from here, son.
So last chance here for the Wangaratta Rovers to get a late goal. He goes down the line to a 1-on-1. Good contest there by Hennessy. McCarthy, was he grabbed high? He's going to get pinged here. Bucket pings him. And the Magpie Army cheer. And there's a free kick here to Joey Richards, who trying to work through a pretty big Todd Bryant tag. And you know what, boys? We got a real game on in this last quarter. Siren 9-10-64, the Wangaratta Magpies. The Rovers 8-8-56 here on 3 East O&M Live. Do not go anywhere. If you're on the O&M Live stream or listening to us on 3E, we've got a big last quarter coming up. And on O&M Live, you won't. It's the thing.
Wangaratta Motor Group.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
1566 3NE.
Brilliant game of footy here in Wangaratta. It's everything we wanted in the second edition of the Wangaratta Derby. It's an 8-point lead, 9-10-64, the Wangaratta Magpies over the Rovers, 8-8-56. Here's Scott Montgomery with some water stats in that third quarter and the flex out physio quarters. Best, Mon.
Yeah, in that third quarter, our centre clearances, Rovers 2-3, which takes them to 7-13. Wangaratta in front there of an inside 50s. Rovers have finally caught Wangaratta's first quarter tally. They've got 24 for the game. Well, the Rovers, the Wangaratta Magpies sit at 44, and the clearances around the grounds 15-9. Wang's way. Main ball getters, Sammy Murray has been nearly best on. He's had 30. Jacob McQueen, very quiet that quarter, only had the one touch. He's got 18. And Charlie Thompson had 5 for 16. While for the Wang Magpies, Joey Richards getting tagged pretty heavily by Toddy Bryan, only had 2 that quarter for 10 for the game. A Bankers he's up to 13 and up to 15. While my flex out quarters best, I had Michael Boarding on that, just that tackle on Jackie Gary, stopped a certain goal. I thought they had guys with overlap. Matty Rossman is starting to really find the footy. Out that far wing, you see him running every now and again. He's really starting to get movement. And I thought Jackson Clark for Wangaratta in that quarter was really dangerous when he went forward. Well, for the Rovers, I've got Sammy Murray, Jack Garish and Cody Shutt were all fantastic in that third quarter.
All right, around the grounds for the Ploughwood in Tarrawinji. And we have Yarrawonga 93, Wodonga Raiders 28. Albury have started to skip away from Wodonga a bit, 60-38.
Of course, we just mentioned it's Wangaratta 64, Rovers 56. Cora Glen building a little bit of percentage because this is important. 78 to North Albury's 20, and Lavington have doubled Myrtleford's score, 72 to 35. So that could have big implications on the ladder. The Roos could find themselves sneaking up towards fourth spot, and we could have 3 teams level on 20 points. Panda?
Well, they came home like a steam train a couple of weeks ago in the fourth quarter, did the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, and they're going to produce something very, very similar. Here in the second edition of the Wang Derby, it's all set up to be an absolute rip-snorter of a finish here. 64 plays 56, an 8-point lead to the Wangaratta Magpies, and Robbie McKinlay has come up with the most extraordinary stat during the three-quarter time huddle, and he is 100% correct. We've checked it off, Big Mac.
I may use it too.
Well, are you going to do it? Are you going to go with it now, or are you going to wait for a little bit?
Just going to see what pans out. There's a lot of change with this one.
Fourth quarter about to get underway. We're doing this one for APCO Wangaratta. Freddie Anderson, if you're listening, couple of hamburgers after this to be brilliant, my friend. Shane Gaston kicks the footy up towards half forward here for the Rovers. They're going to go forward first. And the umpire says, ball it up.
It just come out.
Away. Bryant got a kick away.
It trickled out, didn't it?
And Rainey said, I'll have it. So we've got a ball up.
Rainey?
On the 50.
Good umpiring.
Yeah, he is. On the 50 here. Directly in front of the Rovers goal. Moore with the tap down. Looks like he might... Sorry, it was Knowles, in fact. That ruck duel between him and Gaston's been a beauty. We've got a secondary ball up, edge of the square. 60 out from the Rovers goal. Bryant wrapped up in a tackle by Richards.
Done a good job, hasn't he, on Joey?
Yeah, he's been fantastic.
Just a role player, isn't he, Monty?
Yeah, he's probably a little bit more than that. I appreciate how good he is after having a year at Raiders with him.
Gaston out of the ruck, got a kick inside forward 50. A little dribble kick. Here's a chance for Boyd. Boyd over the left shoulder. Fist by boarding on was okay. He got enough room on it, got enough on it to get it away from Alex Marclue, who was like a seagull around a chip at the MCG there, wasn't he? He was waiting for any little scrap that might have come his way. Good attacking position here for the Wangaratta Rovers. They trail by 8 points. We've just started the last quarter. Knowles tapped it. Carpenter made some room for McCarthy. McCarthy stayed over the footy, went back. The young fella did pretty well. Good body work there by Bryant. Anchors dropped it. Richards shoveled it out. Got it to Porter. Dane Porter heads automatically to centre wing. Here's a chance over there. There was pretty good work there by Holland Dean. He shoveled it out. It had no penetration in the end. Numbers come over the footy. I reckon it'll be locked down. It will, although it's going to be a free kick, Panda.
Yeah, high.
Going to go the way of the Wangaratta Magpies.
Fraser Hollandine for a high on Bear, and Hollandine plays on straight away. Looking for more, getting back in the hole. Was Clark, done well. And we've got a boundary throw in 40 metres, 30 metres around from the Wangaratta Magpies goal. Dane Porter, boys, where have you seen his game today? I think he's been one of the Magpies' best.
Solid. It's been unreal. Like he's over 310, I reckon.
100%. He has had he had 30 disposals last week in their win, and he is racking them up today. Boundary throw in. It was a bit of a shallow one.
Got to go again, don't they?
No, umpire says play on. Gaston marked it out of the ruck, and it's in a dangerous position here for the Wangaratta Rovers, but the defensive unit sorts it out and clears the zone. 50, 65 metres around from the push. Maggie's goal here. We've got a free kick here to the Wangaratta Magpies. It's going to go the way of Chris Knowles. He plays on straight away, kicks it to the hot spot. Oh, floating in Porter. I think it was meant for Jackson Clark, and Porter just filled the hole. It spilt to him 40 metres out directly in front. He is going to line up for
Paddy Warner let it go. And Dane Porter, and he must have recognised his voice because Warner there, I reckon he could have grabbed that, but he did well. Good work.
Does he have the distance here? I think he does. So Dane Porter is going to line up. He'll kick from every bit of 45 metres. It's coming back. It doesn't have the distance. And it's Newton marked it on the goal line. I think Newton has.
Pup Clark just misjudged that one and didn't get a fist on it.
So Mick Newton is going to run around here. He's tied up against the point post. He's already kicked 3.
Got it.
Make it 4. Sorry, Mick Newton, that is his 3rd, in fact. So Mick Newton kicks the all-important first goal this 4th quarter. And all of a sudden now it's a 14-point lead on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. We've gone 3 and a bit minutes here in the Macca's time clock. And Monty, you work with him. Kreza will not be happy with that being allowed on the goal line.
Nah, definitely not. That's coach killer, really. Pup Clark had front position. All he had to do was get a hand on it and punch it over the top. It just misread the footy a little bit. Juice Newton kept his eyes on it and just fell on his lap and finished his third goal, which is a great start to the last quarter for Wangaratta and exactly what they needed, just to get a bit of breathing space after a bit of a quiet third quarter for them.
Yeah, it was almost as if being a teammate of Dame Porter, Mick Newton read that ball better than Pup Clark. So, big goal. Now, Sharrock wins the ball again. It does go inside forward 50. Or Murray marks it right on the arc.
This is
and he
some
plays
game.
on. It's some game. It's Lee Masters type stuff. Here's a chance now. Raven Jolliffe did well. He won himself a free kick. Really smart work. Grossman will have to give it up. Careful, Grossi. That's nasty in there. He's just going to be real careful there. Gatto goes to the forward pocket. Jolliffe plays on. Who's his options? No one at home, really. Falls out the back. Boardingham's there. Left foot kick by Boardingham was okay. Straight down the throat of Carpenter.
Yep, he's going to want to play on straight away and get in there pretty quick. He doesn't. He waits for the numbers to get back. And he kicks it to a really dangerous position. Gaston's floated in there forward. Great late fist there by Grossman for the Magpies. Gatto looked like he was going to swallow that one. We've got a ball up, 40 out from the Rovers goal. 70 plays 56 here on the Worklocker Wangaratta scoreboard. And we're doing this fourth quarter for a man who would be pretty happy at the minute. Brett Anderson down at Upco Wangaratta. Robin McKinlay.
Indeed. Knowles got the tap. Oh, someone got sat on their butt.
Gaston.
Saunders went hard at it and got a push in the back. So, yeah, Gatto, he's a bit indisposed there, isn't he?
Yeah,
I think he's winded, isn't he?
Yeah, him and Norton just went front on, and he's in a bit of trouble, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon he might have got him a bit higher.
Yeah, keep an eye on Gatto there. I've got the doctors there if you want a Mont, if you want to check out the great man. Hopefully...
Still in his haunches.
Okay.
Long way down.
There's a bit of stuff coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Normally what Gus McLeod does after 2 schooners. So,
Mayo McLeod.
Well,
yeah, I think he's got him in a good area.
Have an obituary written up about now. Beautiful kick. Grossman has it right in the centre of the ground. Kick into half forward. It's an absolute beauty. Beautiful mark taken by Daniel Sharrock. Gee, he's a good footballer. Goes short. Newton can't reel it in on the one hand. Clark was there, stood up in the tackle, got it towards Thompson. Thompson couldn't get it, but he held the pressure in there, paddling it along. Here's a chance for McQueen. McQueen sat over the footy. Got a little left foot kick on it. I don't think he had it, Panda.
Yep.
He held him like that, and Steve McQueen's going to get the kick at half-back. You heard of him?
I tell you, the younger crew is more lightning they go with these days.
Lightning McQueen.
I tell you, I saw last night on the movie. Your mate,
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
You finally learned who he was, Robbie.
He's got a bit of age about him these days.
He does indeed. He's still a great actor, though.
Or was that...
Can't talk, but it was all CGI in the movie. It's all CGI. They're actually talking.
He did get something.
Lost the voice.
Oh, Robbie. Love it.
Way you go, mate.
And I love Sammy Murray's game today. It's been brilliant. He switches the footy to McQuaid and he with McNamara, and he goes short to Hennessy. 70 plays 56, a 14-point lead to the Maggies here in the derby.
Good
not a great kick straight to the man of the mark from Hennessy. It might work out, though, because McNamara's gone short to McQuaid. Good luck marking that. Cody shut it half forward. He does a really good job there. McQueen comes and lends a hand, and he goes over the boundary line, boys. Says, let's reset right in front of our commentary position here at the WJ Finlay Oval. 7 and a bit minutes gone on the Macca's time clock. Fourth quarter action for Atco Wangaratta. There's Panda Escott, Scotty Montgomery, and Robbie McKinlay enjoying all this action here on R&M Live.
She's that young boundary's got a good mullet on him too, boys. It's a good throw too. Here's Matt Hayden just come on the ground. Over the footy, tackled aggressively by Shutt. Handball was okay. Got it to Jackson Clark onto Anchors. Quick handball to Dame Porter. The veteran in trouble.
It's only between Matty Hayden and Cody Shutt.
There's a bit happening here between and he's Hayden's just got him by the jumper at the moment.
Buckets is watching very closely, boys.
There was almost a punch thrown actually by Matty. So anyway, just call the Jets, boys.
Couple of cool tough nuts there though, lads. And here's McQueen. Got a handball to Garish. From Garish, he's got nowhere to go, so he's just going to take the game on. That's what we like to see. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Boyd from behind Jamie Anderson. Mark Lou, handball was brilliant towards Jolliffe. It was a tricky one to pick up. He got it on the first bounce. You'll have to hurry up. Raven got it back to Dylan Stone. He's a clever mover. Stone goes long towards the goal square. Boyd's there. Jamie Anderson, fantastic work. Got it through for a minor score. Under pressure, they've been superb, that defence today by the Maggies, and they now lead it by 13 points.
57 plays 70. I tell you what, I reckon Jolliffe had Carpenter in the space out there, Monty, and he could have used him.
He could have. I think that the young fella Hewitt got on a bit quicker than what he thought, so that's why he sort of didn't get it out there very quickly.
Newton flew high.
He almost put a saddle on him,
Yeah, he did. I rode him. Could have been a free kick for a high. Anyway, we've got a ball up right in front of us here. Just forward to centre here for the Wangaratta Rovers. 70 plays 57. Hennessy let pretty high. And Charlie Thompson with speed now. Just kicks it into an attacking area. Could it fall here for Mark Lou or Boyd? Great contest there between Bourdillon and Mark Lou. Grossman was wrapped up in a tackle. Ellis goes in and lends a hand to his defensive unit here for the Wangaratta Magpies, and he goes out very wide. And the umpire says throw it in. True centre wing here at the WJ Finlay. 70 plays 57. A 13-point lead to the Wangaratta Magpies as Big Mac is going to tell us some around the ground scores from Plough in Tarrawingi.
Yarrawonga 105, Raiders 37, Albury 72, Wodonga 40, Corrubbigan 92, North Albury 20, and the big one here, Lavington 78, Myrtleford 43. As the Maggies go forward, Clark's handball was intended for a teammate, but it was intercepted by Paddy McNamara there, and it'll be a boundary throw-in. So we have gone 10 minutes in the final quarter, 13-point lead to the Wangaratta Magpies. Heaps of time left here. They just need a next goal, the Rovers, to stay in this contest. The Magpies, through Clark, handball towards Anchors. Now it goes out towards Stonewood, working hard there. McQueen's handball was good out the back. Now they move it nicely. Jolliffe has it. Oh, did he encroach? No, he didn't, they said. Jolliffe between wing and half forward. Now goes a short, dinky little kick, and Steve McQueen takes a good mark. Panda, about 70 metres out from the Rovers' goal.
It was great work, Rady. He led probably 3 or 4 times there in that little instance. He's got a big tank. Does Steve McQueen. He goes short to Jolliffe.
Great actor, wasn't he?
He was indeed. Loved his work. And
did you ever watch him?
Not a chance.
No, you didn't, did you?
Well, probably did. I just don't know about it. Raven Jolliffe, mongrel torpedo kick. He's done that a couple of times today, and it hasn't worked out. And it's an intercept mark here for the Wangaratta Rovers and Wangaratta Magpies, and Hewitt goes short, and he finds Ellis, who I think's been one of the Maggies' best today, Big Mac.
He has been good, hasn't he? And Hollandine's good. Like you mentioned earlier, a couple of these young blokes have lifted nicely. Ellis continues to run. McVeigh's kick is a nice one. Open them up. Grossman goes long. Warner will go with Henderson. Beautiful use of the body. That is superb positioning. And Davey Warner will go back and have a shot about 40 out. Oh, pretty well straight in front.
That kick just opened them up, didn't it, Mon?
Just the transition from back to hard. They just went straight through the middle. You know, 3 kicks, they're back inside 50 and having a shot on goal. So it was great use by foot to use the short, and then they open it up over the top of that next line of defence.
Reckon this one you'd nearly think would make it very hard for the Rovers. Wang lead by 13. Paddy Warner from 40 metres out. Kick on the way, has pushed it to the left-hand side. So they've still got a pulse here. It's only 14 points, and we're not even halfway through the final term yet. And we're doing that for our good mates, Brady Anderson, the gang down at APCO Wangaratta.
Only the 1 goal, Monty, in this last quarter. Juice Newton kicked it early in the 3rd minute. We'll go to Scott Montgomery very soon for some Waters stats as Murray plays onto himself and handballs to a fair bit of trouble. It's been intercepted here by Paddy Warner. What can he make of this? He hand passed to genuine space and asked Kelmore to come and meet it. Kelmore did, and he kicked a big goal. A Mawson's concrete player today. Great work there by Kelmore. Even better work by Paddy Warner. And, Moore's banged through his 2nd, and that is a big goal, Monty, and that would have annoyed Kreza.
Absolutely would have. I don't know what Sammy Murray was doing. He played on without really knowing where he wanted to go, and then had to put himself under the pump with the handball. And smart by Paddy Warner, who turned the footy over and just handballed it into space along the ground, gave his players a bit of a chance to get in there, and Kelmore was just too good and too big, and good finish over the shoulder there.
20-point margin now, Big Mac. Makes it very, very hard.
Yeah, not done yet. We've seen them come back against Yarrawonga here in the same venue earlier in the year, so they need 1 or 2 real quick here. Gaston, fist was okay. Dylan Stone couldn't gain control of it. Richards ploughed through the turf wicket, and he got ploughed back into the turf wicket with a strong tackle there from, just picked himself, big Gatto.
Gaston.
And good to see Gatto's back. Okay, he copped a very heavy knock about 5 or 6 minutes ago. Won the tap, regathered, high up and under. Jack Gerrish hits under it, play on's the call. It was touched
Jack got away from an opponent, had one bounce, can't get away from... He does get away from Ellis. Look away, handball to McQueen. McQueen spots up something he likes, and that's Dylan Stone. Offers a lead as Mark Clue. He's got Boyd deep. He's got McNamara making a bit of room. So out the back here, Thompson. Boyd couldn't grab it. Picked up by Jamie Anderson. All class Jamie Anderson. Kick didn't find his target. Spilled free at half-back. McCloonan was calm and composed, and he got it back to your boy, Fraser Ellis.
He's at half-back and kicks it down the line. Intercepting again, Sam Murray. Can we give, if the Rovers lose, can we give him the Yarrawonga News and Gifts Player of the Day anyway? Of course we can. Dylan Stone. Stone slipped over through the middle of the ground, but he found a handball to McNamara. He handballed it to Gatto, and he was wrapped up straight away, Big Shane Gaston, and we'll have a ball up in the centre square, 4 to centre here for the Wangaratta Rovers. 77 plays, 57. We've gone 14 minutes on the Macca's time clock.
Sam Murray nearly missed his foot with that kick then.
He did.
Nearly missed his foot.
Knowles, clever tap. Intercepted nicely by Dylan Wilson, high up and under, inside forward 50. Thompson, the front of the pack, can't take it. Now he does. Sat over the ball, held his feet beautifully, reefed the handball out the back to Carpenter. Carpenter's high up and under. Numbers are there with Wangaratta. Anderson was good. Anderson didn't let the ball break free, and he's cleverly dragged it into an opponent's leg, and it will be a ball up. Great result for the Pies. They lead by 20 points, Panda. 15 minutes gone, final term.
They need the next one very, very quick. In fact, probably in this bit of play here, the Wangaratta Rovers, if they're going to make a late charge, they're going to have another ball up. 50 around from their goal. The Normin side of the ground here, the WJ Finlay Oval.
Not one player in the Wangaratta half of the ground at the moment.
That's footy these days, Monty, as Gatto and Chris Knowles run into each other in the ruck contest. Here's a chance for Dill Wilson if he can break the tackle. He can't. Ellis done really well for the Magpies, just clears it. Here's Jack to half-back, but it's going to come back with some vengeance because Garish wheels around and kicks it up towards the teammate there in Mark Lou. Grossman, did he dispose of it? Umpire said he did, but they work it out here with a chain of handballs, the Magpies, and they're at half-back through Sharrock.
Yeah, great game, Sharrock. A low burner, and it's well taken by Juice Newton, who's pushed up the ground, Panda, to help out, like all good players do. Kicks a good one. Abe Ankers has it. They might break through the middle here. McCloonan told to play on. He in a lot of trouble, James. Yep. He's gone.
It was an awful kick from Ankers, wasn't it? It was an
awkward play on. Awkward. And Warwick
Henderson. And about 3 metres, too. I think might have been the issue.
Plays on. Dylan Stone, long
That's downfield, isn't it?
Is it downfield? Monty called for it, and Monty doesn't get it. That's why he's a stats man, not an umpire.
Number one after one game, Robbie.
Number one after
Tell us, Mont, in this last quarter.
Inside 50s, we got 10-4 in the Rovers' favour, and around the ground clearance is 7-2. So that's where they're getting on top. They just can't quite hit the scoreboard.
Monty for Albury Wodonga MG today, and special comments as well for the Old Town and Country Tavern, which will be rocking on this Queen's Birthday long weekend. The Magpies clear their zone. The ball's around half forward here for the Wangaratta Rovers, and we're going to have a ball up. The umpires look at each other, and they say we'll have a ball up. 77 plays 57 if you're joining us here in this last quarter. We've gone 17 minutes. The Macca's time clock, and we're doing this last quarter for APCO Wangaratta. Good battle all day between Shane Gaston and Chris Knowles. Gaston looks like he's hurt himself down there on the ground. I think he's slow to get up. He is slow to get up. Porter got a Rovers player high there. Called to play on. McQueen, not sure it was a hand pass. McCarthy was grabbed high, and the umpire called it. So the last chance here, I reckon, they've got to roll the dice here, the Wangaratta Rovers. And it's going to be a reversal here. Talk us through that one, Big Mac. Reversal free.
Cody Schutt came in and he's a good guy, but he played the tough guy role and just shoved Ankers like that. He milked the free kick, and you get that every now and then. And umpire Warwick Henderson was Johnny on the spot. Schutt did well. He recovered beautifully, handballed it out the back to Murray. Murray handballed it on to Raven Jolliffe. I reckon almost last roll of the dice time here for the Rovers. They're 18 minutes gone. They need to kick 4 goals. Schutt plays on from half-back. Kicks it in the middle of the ground. Finds Carpenter. Been one of the Rovers' best today. Spotted up a good option wide. Has found Bear. Jaden Bear chipping little kick over the top. Chance here for Charlie. Thompson. Couldn't get around Norton. Well done, young man. Thompson had to go the high up and under. No one at home. Plenty of black and white defenders. A big leap over the back. Mopped up nicely by Matty Hayden. Chipped it nice to the boundary line.
And Wangaratta going to go across the goal. Goodness me.
Yeah.
Michael Bordignon has marked it, but hard in the mouth stuff there as Grossman has it at half-back.
They're set up brilliantly defensively here, the Wangaratta Magpies. They're just not letting it in at all. And McVeigh has it at half-back. 77 plays, 57. Here on the work locker Wangaratta fourth quarter scoreboard. McVeigh's asked to play on. He goes down the line to Sharrock. Murray came in and took a brilliant mark.
Good grab.
That is a great mark. Another intercepting mark here by Sammy Murray. That's the Mawson's Concrete player of the day. And he's going to go inboard. He's going to send it inboard. Inside 50. Mark Luke flew late. He got rid of his man and he's taken a mark.
Kick the goal. Yeah, go back, young man.
So Mark Lou will have to kick this from every bit of 47 or 8 metres on a 45-degree angle. He's kicked a couple today, Mark Lou. He's kicked 2 already. So this would make things interesting. We've gone 19 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Mark Lou comes in. Is it going to work its way back? It isn't. It's through for a point. All of a sudden, the margin is now 19 points. And, boys, it's going to make it very, very difficult here for the Wangaratta Rovers because we've gone 20 minutes now on the Macca's time clock. 58 plays, 77.
Yeah, they've had all the field position, 12 inside 50s to 4. Wang from those 4 inside 50s has scored 3 times. So there's the difference right there.
Sharrock off the back of the pack, collected, got it to Dame Porter, somehow got the footy, released a handball to Anchors. Anchors goes short, magnificent pass. And he's found, I think it's Paddy Warner down there, who's taken the mark directly in front. That's just been a little bit cleaner when it's counted.
It could have went to either Moore or Warner, and Davey Warner just said, I'll have it.
Give it to me.
Give it to me. Wouldn't mind hitting another boundary. How's he been going?
Oh, he's had a good year. His IPL was fantastic.
Is he playing
he's in
the
there in Sri Lanka at the moment.
He got 60 not out in game 1.
You've been under a rock or
I
something.
haven't been following the cricket at all, actually, big man.
No, they've wrapped the series up. I think the third one's on tonight. Paddy Warner coming in directly in front, 30 out from goal, and he has missed it to the right-hand side. And the goal umpire who copped the nasty blow in the never reaches, I seem to think, has signalled one behind them. But, geez, he had the wind taken out of him there, didn't he, momentarily? Was it Cal Moore that drove one into him?
Straight into him.
I did that to a bloke in Yakandana one day.
How'd he end up?
Awful. I did it deliberately, too, because I had doubts about his integrity at the time.
So Clark with an underground hand pass here to Wilson. It's simple. They need a goal here in the next 20 seconds here, the Rovers, if they're to make a late fist of this. And they've moved it up towards half forward, and Bears won himself a free kick. 78 plays 58. A 20-point margin here to the Maggies. Bear goes inboard and finds a man who's been pretty good today. It's Garish. He's at half forward. He sends it down there very, very long. Boyd came across the pack. Roving here brilliantly was Bryant. And I reckon he's been through a goal, has Toddy. No, Charlie Thompson. Or is it Bryant?
Toddy Bryant.
It was. I was right the first time.
You're right, yep.
Toddy Bryant kicks an all-important goal here. And all of a sudden, Monty, it's a 14-point margin. A flicker of hope. We've gone 21 minutes here in the Macca's time clock. Fourth quarter action for APCO Wangaratta.
Yeah, no, we're just able to get the run on. Clark was a bit heart in the mouth stuff again, but the underground handball got it to Wilson, and they were able to get a chain of kicks, hit some targets, and got it into Jackie Garish's hand. Along to the big targets, and well rowed by Toddy Bryant there to finish off with his first goal of the day.
Geez, a lot of positives for the Rovers out of this game. It's been a very tenacious performance. Gatto won the tap, and not for the first time today. Roved it, got it on to Garish. Can they pull something out of the bag? Garish's kick goes very wide indeed, and the young boundary umpire is signalling, I'll throw this back in. So it's, well, what is it, 80 metres around from the Rovers' goal. We've gone 22 minutes. And they trail by 14 points.
Only been 3 goals in this last quarter, Robbie, though.
Tanner, I don't think it's going to go for an ever. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes in it, mate.
So they need another one pretty quick here, the Rovers. McQueen grabbed it down from the Gaston tap, and the kick looked all right there for Bear. Stuck out the one mitt, couldn't mark it. He's been pretty good today, Bear. Just dropped that. Good tackle there by Sharrock. He's been one of the Magpies' best today, I reckon, Dan Sharrock. He has it at half-back, and he goes out wide to a man who's been pretty good as well. It's Fraser Ellis. He's at right half-back. 78 plays 64, a 14-point lead, and Ellis goes down the line to Norton, the late inclusion for Benny Reid. And he goes inboard here for Knowles. Quickly, Monty, some last quarter stats on the water stat sheet?
Yeah, for the Wangaratta boys, Abank has been their best with 16. 3 in this quarter, 16 for the game, while Charlie Thompson had 4 for 20. McQueen's had 5 this quarter for 23, and Sammy Murray's up to 36 for the game.
They're just shutting this one down now, lads. Reckon about just over a minute to go as Jamie Anderson kicks the ball up to centre wing from behind. The fist was good. Oh, Clark's going to... Dave Porter's going to claim it. He's got... I reckon there might have been a little fist there from Juicy Babe there. Anyway, Dame Porter's got... They're screaming at him, so there's under a minute, we believe, and the margin is 14 points. I'll give it about 10 or 15 to me best, Panda, and I'm going to get you to bring it home because it's in your town. It's your patch down here at Wangaratta. Saunders plays on, kicks it okay. Knowles is cramping. He's been magnificent today. Overhead handball was good by young McQuaid. Kicks it down the line, but marking it is Saunders, and Saunders marks it half back. And Panda, I reckon there's about 20 or 25 seconds in it. Take it away. The Maggies have got the derby.
As Scott Montgomery goes down to the boundary, so there's going to be a 14-point win potentially. Well, it will be here to the Wangaratta Magpies. 2 derbies, undefeated, and Big Mac, can I steal your stat?
Yes, I reckon go with it.
They have not been behind all year.
And they still aren't.
And they still aren't. They are a genuinely brilliant side, the Wangaratta Magpies. An all-important win, and they keep top spot. They keep undefeated in the Wangaratta Derby, but the Rovers gave it everything today. They're down on their haunches, 78 to 64, 11-12, 78 to 9-10, 64. And Robbie, there was only 7 goals kicked in that last half. It sort of petered out a little bit, but the Rovers gave it everything. I reckon that's a pretty good game of footy.
Yeah, great game of footy. A lot of pressure in that game. The tackling was fantastic. There were no easy kicks to get out there. Both sides will take a lot from this game. There's no doubt about that. We just see Dylan Van Berlo, 2 off the ground at the moment. He's coming on
all day.
I think he might have picked up. It might have been a soft tissue injury early in the game there. He's not far away from Monty at the moment. But yeah, all in all, I think that's the closest anyone's gone anywhere near Wangaratta.
Well, 32 points Myrtleford got.
Yes.
And now that's what? 14 points. So it is the close.
And Rovers, who said, look, what they'll be happy about is the amount of possession they were able to have in that last quarter, but they just couldn't put it away. And the big thing about Wangaratta, we hear a lot about their forwards, their midfielders. That defence they've got, Panda, they are absolutely magnificent. Those Anderson boys, they don't make mistakes. Saunders is just developing into a better and better player all the time. They're a really classy unit. Michael Boarding on, and in the end they held on for a 14. No, didn't really hold on. They had control. They win the game by 14 points. Both sides, both coaching staff should take a bow. They've really put on a great display today. That was a really good game.
I would have liked to have seen Charlie Thompson kick that goal in that third quarter. Would have made things really interesting. The Maggies would have gone to another. Yeah, they would have. Yeah. They would have had to have gone to another gear. And I reckon Scott Montgomery is boundary side down there with our Yarrawonga News and Gives Player of the Day. We haven't turned... I think we got Monty down there. Is he with Dan Sharrock?
Yeah, boys, got me?
Yep, we got you,
boys, got Dan Sharrock, mate. We're always good to beat the Rovers in these sort of derbies.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always, especially here, it's a tough win, so I'm pretty happy to get the win.
I think it's been since 2018 was the last time we beat the Rovers here, so been a while, obviously a couple of COVID years, but yeah, obviously the first time around you were able to jump them early, but you always knew they were going to come out today and a bit different game style and really made a bit of a scrap early on.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a challenge, especially coming off that second game. We thought that they were going to really come back hard, and they did, and we were looking for that challenge, and yeah, it was a good contest all day, so...
And your own form, mate, the last month, you've just gone to another level. I know we were talking about it in the call that, you really find a lot of the footy, you're playing some different roles forward. Now you're going back into the middle, starting in the midfield. So different roles, but you're really just kicking away here.
Yeah, I've sort of found my feet again after coming off those sort of crappy years with my knee. But no, it's good to get some continuity in the game, and it's a really good group to play with, so it makes it a lot easier.
Well, mate, get in there and enjoy it. Well done on the win today.
Scott Montgomery boundary side for the first time today for Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, it's a bit fair weathered friend sort of stuff, isn't it?
It's freezing down here, boys. I tell you what, I would have had the sleeves on and everything today, and Captain Puff would have got a fair old coffee if I was down on the boundary, but anyway.
If you can get maybe a photo, obviously you're down there solo operating, Monty, so maybe if you can get a photo of the Maggie singing the song, we might put that one up on our... Oh, he doesn't have his phone. Doesn't have his phone. You know what? Do you want to steer the ship, Big Mac, and I might go and
absolutely, you go and do that, mate.
Alrighty.
Not a problem. Did you want to get a breakout at any point in time, mate? We'll just keep rolling through till we get the song, I reckon. I'll get around the grounds. Peter, you go and do your stuff you got to do. And we will... The Wangaratta Maggies at the moment, they're just staying out in a little bit of a huddle.
out on the ground there. Dylan Van Berlo is the interesting one there, Mont. I'm not sure if you picked up what injury was. I'd say it looks soft tissue to me.
Yeah, I think it is, mate, but I'll ask the question once we get in the rooms and see what it was.
Sounds good to me, mate. So just repeating that final score. If you've just joined us, cracking game of footy. Wangaratta, they led by 10 points at quarter time, 30-20. Rovers pulled it back by a point. At half time, it was 49-40. Another point reduction in that third quarter. Wangaratta went into that last quarter. They were leading by 64-56. Michael Newton got an early goal from a good grab, with Michael Clark misjudged the flight of the ball. Newton took a mark on the goal line, screwed it over his head for a goal. That took the lead out to 14 points. Rovers had a lot of possession from there, but it was not another goal kick for another 9 minutes. And when it was Cal Moore who put one through, and that set the margin out to 20 points. Toddy Bryant got a goal back at the 21-minute mark to reduce that margin to 14 points. That was the last score of the game, and in the end it was the Wangaratta Rovers 11-12-78. So Wangaratta 11-12-78. The Rovers 9-10-64. Like Panda mentioned, that is the closest that any side has got to Wangaratta this year. They go through the first 9 games of the year now undefeated, with 9 straight victories. And just with results of some of the other results around the ground today, we've got a very interesting situation developing for that 4th and 5th spot on the ladder, because 4th place Myrtleford and 5th place Wangaratta Rovers have been beaten today. Lavington have given their season a rebirth, I suppose. They now sit just 1 game behind 4th and 5th. And Corra Rubberglen, on the back of their win today, a good strong win, they might pick up enough points to go into that top 5. We'll pause. Here's the Maggie song. There we go, a very happy Wangaratta side. They always are when you win a Wangaratta derby. It's a great reason to celebrate. And, get out and have a few quiet ones tonight. Just there, a 14-point win to the Pies. A brave effort from the Wangaratta Rovers. They lost Nathan Cooper, I think it was in the second quarter when he come from the ground. Cal Moore left the ground momentarily for the Pies, but he was able to come back on. They lost Dylan Van Berlo. Scotty Montgomery's going to follow that one up and see what the extent of that injury is. But in the end, it was a undefeated continuation of the season for the Wangaratta Magpies with that 14-point win. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get into the run home, all the post-match action from APCO Wangaratta. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.